Coming up next on Hochanda is Craft Price Drop. Let me show you the best and easiest way to get involved. Firstly, Craft Price Drop isn't like a normal show here on Hochanda. It involves a falling price auction, which means the price continues to plummet until the quantity reaches zero and the price locks. Regardless of when you call to register your bid or added that item to your basket, everyone pays the final low price, plus your postage, unless you're a Freedom member. It's an amazing opportunity for Freedom members. Fantastic low prices plus no postage. Now, if you're not a Freedom member, you'll pay $4.95 postage on every item you bid for. But as a Freedom member, you get unlimited standard delivery on every item you purchase from any Hochanda show, including Craft Price Drop. Plus, Freedom members also get selected discounts and offers. So why not join Freedom now? Get all the Craft Price Drop deals here and pay no postage. Freedom costs just $6.97 per month. Just add that number 88888 to your basket and continue bidding. Craft Price Drop, the new, exciting way to shop here on Hochanda. Good morning, hello, welcome along. It's our regular date, 7 a.m. every day. We start our live shows here at Hochanda with a bit of Craft Price Drop for you, which if you've not seen it before, basically Craft Price Drop is a falling price auction. So we've got lots and lots of great things from lots of different suppliers that we have here at Hochanda. We've got stencils, we've got dies, we've got some amazing kind of three-dimensional kits that you can make things with. All sorts of things come up and at brilliant prices. Now the way that Craft Price Drop works, in case you've not seen it before, let me explain. When you normally see the details on the screen, that normally gives you the item number, the description of the item, obviously, as well, and also the price that you pay. Well, that's what we've got on the screen right now for you, but where it differs on Craft Price Drop is that that price is the start price. So that is what it should be and would be on our website if you were purchasing it. But underneath, in that white box, that's where the price starts to fall. Now, you don't expect to see that, but that's what happens with Craft Price Drop. It's a falling price auction. And then, at a certain point during the auction, you'll probably see underneath the stock availability, the actual number of items we have remaining in that auction will come up on the screen for you. Now, that price will still continue to fall until the stock levels get to zero. When that happens, that's it, the auction is over. Now, the exciting bit is, if you've got in, placed your item into your basket and checked out, you will then pay, at the end of the auction, the price that is in that white box. Everyone will pay the final low price. Now, I don't know what that price is going to be. Meg, my producer today, she doesn't know what that price is going to be because it all depends on you getting in the auction, either on the website or on the phones, and how quickly all of that stock goes. So it could go at 20% off, it could go at 50% off, it could go at 80% off. We have one at 80% off yesterday in one of our auctions. So that's the sort of thing that you can expect to see over the next 60 minutes. We do it 3 times a day, twice on TV and once online. So there's this show at 7, there's another show at 7 p.m. tonight, and there's one online at craftpricedrop.com at 11 o'clock every day, okay? Now, what about postage? Okay, every single item that you buy in Craft Price Drop will have a $4.95 P&P delivery charge on it, unless you are in the Freedom Club, which is just $6.97 to join for a whole month, 88888. And then you don't have to worry about the P&P at all on Craft Price Drop or indeed on standard Hochanda shows. So it makes sense to become a Freedom member if you're not already, or if you are, then you don't have to worry about that $4.95 postage at all. So what we've got on the screen at the moment is the information relating to our first Craft Price Drop auction. Already we've got lots of you in because you see those magical words, imagination crafts. We love imagination crafts. What are they famous for more than anything else is their texture pastes. They're glitter pastes that you can then, of course, apply through stencils. So what we got for you as our first Craft Price Drop auction today are a set of Imagination Crafts Woodland Fairy Stencils. You've got the fairy butterfly, the fairy dust, the little elf, the mushroom fairy, the pixie ring. Well, actually, you've got six stencils here, and they should be, and they started their life at £23.99. That is the starting price. Now, you know, if you've watched Craft Price Drop before, that the starting price is never the price you pay. That's just a guide as to what these would be and what they are worth. If you want to get these now and you want to get them at the best price, the ideal way of taking part in Craft Price Drop is to go to hochanda.com, that's our website, put these in your basket and check out. By doing that, that confirms your place in the auction. You've not paid a penny until the auction ends, until you hear the voice say price lock, and also you see that price fall and the auction is over. That's when your debit or your credit card will be debited with the final low price, plus the P&P of $4.95, or not, as the case may be if you're a Freedom member. All right, let's get that price going down then. $23.99's worth of Imagination Craft stencils. Let's get that price falling. Let's get the auction going. £21.78. It's starting to fall already. What would you do and how would you use these stencils? Would you use maybe fabric inks to put these possibly on T-shirts or on maybe your kids' jackets? You could decorate maybe duvets or curtains with them. Lampshades with them would look fantastic. Or what about making them into cards? And remember, with a stencil, a bit like with a die, you don't have to use the whole thing. If there's just an element on there that you want to use on a project, maybe you just like that little cluster of butterflies, you just want to use those, absolutely fine. But they are all fairies. Some of these fairies are kind of resting, some of them look mischievous, some of them look as if they're in full flight or maybe casting a little bit of a spell or a wish. £19.51, we've got lots of you already in wanting these. Susan, you've got yours in the basket already and you're a Freedom member, so wherever this price goes, you're not going to pay the postage. Hello, Jean. Morning. You're in there as well. Let me just tilt that a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Which one is it? That one. Oh, it doesn't matter. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. So there's a little fairy in the mushrooms. Next to her, you've then got the little fairy on the branch. Then you've got the one on the mushroom. The one that looks the most mischievous. She's up to no good. She's up to something. She's got that little bit of the devil going on in her, I think. And up here, you've then got the one in full flight, or just about to take off, and then you've got the one over there just blowing butterflies from the palm of her hand. Lots of you in it already at this early stage of the day. £17.61 is where we're at the moment on Craft Price Drop for this Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, I've just written, yeah. 7 days in a row, I lose track of what day of the week it is. And also bank holiday weekends, doesn't that kind of really screw you up? Yeah, it's Thursday. Sorry, if I said Wednesday earlier on, made you panic. Maybe you're supposed to be at work on Wednesdays. You go, ah! No, it is Thursday. A day off tomorrow to recuperate. Good. 17:42 is where we're at the moment. No one else picked up on it. I just suddenly thought, is it Thursday? Yeah. Right, if you want them, now's the time to get in. Remember, there's a different phone number if you want to take part in it on the phone. If you want to phone us, it's 01733 797 100, which is a different number to normal Hochanda shows, OK? But the best way, please, rather than the phone, if you can use the website, that's always the easiest and the quickest way. Another price plummet is taking the price down to £13.49. £10 off, £10.50 off the price, actually. That's over 40% off the price. Not bad to start Craft Price Drop. Not bad to start your Thursday with a bargain. Working out to £2.25 a stencil. And remember, these can be used on furniture, fabric, cards, scrapbooks, whatever you want to do with them, however you want to use them is entirely up to you. Maybe you want to put chalk through them, maybe you want to spritz through them. You can emboss with them as well through your embossing machines. These always emboss beautifully well as well, made from top quality mylar. There's 31 of these. Now that's a big quantity actually. Sometimes we have maybe 10 or 12 or sometimes 20 or something, but we've got over 30 spaces in the auction left and already lots of you have come through. So, if you've already put this in your basket, if you've already checked out on the website, you don't have to worry, your purchase is safe, and you know at the moment you're spending less than £13, and most of you, if not all of you that are already in, are Freedom members, so you don't have to pay that £4.95 postage. I'm not going to be popular for saying this, but I don't want you to pay the P&P. We don't want you to, because you're throwing money away if you do. For £6.97, you've got your postage paid for a whole month on Craft Price Drop shows and on every Hochanda show that you can watch for the month. So think about how much that's going to save you. If you bought, look, just to put it into context, if you bought 2 items from Craft Price Drop in this show, maybe in one and 7 o'clock later on today, you will have spent £9.90 P&P, 2 £4.95s. Why do that? £6.97, you don't worry about the P&P for the whole month, you remember. And you can renew it if you want to at the end of the month, or you can just opt in and opt out as you choose. Up to you. £12.27 is where we are at the price at the moment from £23.99. That is virtually half price, and we have 17 spaces, and we're dropping the price again. The arrows are flashing, the prices are crashing. Here we go. 17 left. £9.68, oh my word, for 6 stencils. 60% off the price for Imagination Crafts. If you've got a little one in your family that loves fairies, maybe you want to use these on the wall. You can decorate the wall or the headboard or the cot, or the toy box, whatever you want to do, use these stencils. You can wrap the stencils around things that are cylindrical as well, so if you've got maybe a lampshade that you want to add ink to the shade, then you can do that really easily with these as well, because they are not brittle or, solid. They're actually incredibly flexible. And always wash them afterwards. Just put them in a bowl of warm soapy water. That gets rid of any of your paste or whatever you'll be using on them. And you can use literally dozens and dozens and dozens of techniques. There are 5 left. 5 sets left. If you've got them in your basket, please check out. That is the crucial thing. That's what gets you into the auction. If it's in your basket, it's not in the auction as yet. There's 4 spaces left in your basket. Check out. That's you done. At the moment, you're charged $9.66 only for all 6 of those stencils. There's 1 set remaining now. We're getting very, very busy. It's going to go any second right now. Less than a tenner. It's gone. Congratulations, our first auction.
Price lock.
What a busy start. Busy start to Thursday, not Wednesday, Dave. It is Thursday. Sorry if I panicked you. Right, now, $9.66 and hopefully no P&P to pay. Should be $4.95, but Freedom members, 0 postage. Now, hello, Nigel. You're back again. You're in every day. You're a craft price dropper. You love it. Thank you for tuning in. I think what we all love more than anything else is the fact that whatever you buy, whatever you like the look of, you know you're going to get it at a bargain price. Bargains galore, 3 times a day, 7 a.m, 7 p.m, and at 11 o'clock online only. Craftpricedrop.com, 7 a.m, 7 p.m. on your telly box. Right, now, Spellbinders dies. Here we go. Now, these dies, and they're worth every penny of this, should be £92.16. Now, we're getting interest already. If you love the look of these, if you're thinking, hey, I'd like those in my die collection, please, then all you've got to do is put them in your basket right now at Hochanda.com and check out, and then watch that price fall. The auction will start soon. What you've got here are sets of dies for matting and layering. If we look at these ones, that one down the end there, first of all, that big lattice square, I'll show you that in a second. We've then got the 5 matting and layering frames, a further 4 matting and layers, and a further 5. They're all different shapes, as you can see, but look at the size of them. Look at the quality of them. They look good that way. They look fantastic that way. Cutting them out all individually and then matting and layering them so you get like a lovely pyramid-style card is fantastic. But equally, just using a couple of them will create a wonderful frame that maybe you could put a picture in or a sentiment in. That's the first one. That's called Labels 30. Then we have this one here, which are 4 dies. This is Labels 28. Now, if I actually show you a little list of where these should be price-wise, this is how we got to the price, OK? Have a little look at this, because this shows them to you, the item numbers, and how much they should be. So, for example, Labels 30, £23.04. Labels 20, 5 dies in there, £23.04. Labels 1, card fronts, 2 dies in that for £23.04. And Labels 28, £23.04. So they're all £23.04, really. £92.16 should be the price for all 4 sets of these dies. But you don't want to pay that, and you're not going to pay that. I can promise you, you won't. Let me show you this set, though. You can see on the front roughly what the dies will cut out, but if I turn them round, there you have the most beautifully intricate frame dies in all those different shapes and sizes. Look at the amount of detail you've got in the top there. So these are going to emboss, and they're going to cut beautifully well as well. So great for your tags, for labelling of things maybe that you've made, but also great as, of course, card fronts as well. This next set is, again, Labels 20, this one. So if I just turn that round so you can see the shape. And they are all different. I've just shown side by side. Similar but different. So that's that one. That's in the set as well. And then finally, the biggest one, which is just here. This is what they call the card front. Labels 1 card front. Here we've got the die. Now look at the size of that. If you love your 8x8s and your 7x7 cards, how big is this one? What does it say? Ah, right. It is just under a 6x6. Yeah, so if you wanted to put this on a 6x6 card blank, you'd have a lovely border around the edge of it. But look at the detail you've got in there. And also you've got the outside cutting edge, just if you want square card blanks, just under 6x6 in size. For matting layering, again, you've got that die included too. So there's a great collection of Spellbinders dies. Spellbinders, for me, were the company that brought dies to the UK. They were the first company that I ever saw manufacturing dies. So they know what they're doing. And you are going to get them at an absolutely ridiculous value for money price. Already, just with that first plummet this morning, you've got over 40% off the price. From £92.16, we've plummeted the price already first thing to £52.61 for Spellbinders dies. Ursula, hello Ursula, you're in. Kathy, you're in as well. Pearl, congratulations, you've all put these in your basket and you've checked out, confirming your place in the auction. Wherever this price goes, you will be paying the final low price. Not $52.61, that was our first plummet. I can't remember, unless we only have like one or two of something, where one plummet and then the auction's gone. So it's going down again, $51.70. I don't know how many we have of these, I'm never told that, but sooner or later you'll see the quantity, and you've got until that auction gets to zero, the quantity gets to zero, to get your bid in. When I say a bid, you don't make an offer, you just basically phone up, put it in your basket, check out, debit or credit card. Then when we get to the end of the auction, that price in that box, wherever it is the price you pay. With the P&P of $4.95 or not, if you're a Freedom member. Spellbinders dies. We love Spellbinders. You know they're going to cut perfectly. You know they're going to be really great additions to your die collections at home. How many dies are there in total there? 10, 14, 16 dies. 16 dies for $47.28. That's under £3 a die. Less than £6 for those two at the moment. $46.76, and it's still going down, and still more of you are getting involved. If you haven't got internet access, for whatever reason, you can bid on the phones. 01733 797 100. That will get you through to an operator. But I always say this, and it happens so often. When we have queues on our phones, which can happen with a very, very popular auction like this one, for example, if you're not answered in time and the stock gets to zero, you miss out on the auction. You're not happy about that. We're not happy about that. Online, it's instant. So put it in your basket, check out, and then you're in the auction. Simple as that. $46.24 is where we're at the moment. You've already saved £46. £46 off the price. Yeah, it's exactly half price, isn't it? Yeah, 8 pennies shy of 50% off from Spellbinders. What an opportunity. And these are dies you'll use again and again and again. You've got the very decorative edges to the ones in the middle there, the 4 set, but then the other ones, they emboss and they cut beautifully, and they make fantastic labels, which you can mat and layer or make wonderful frames. Another plummet is coming from that 50% reduction. We're going down even further. But where? $34.82, 60% off the price, from $92.16 to $34.82. Is that going to be our final price? We haven't shown you how many we have. Oh, we're about to. Here comes the quantity. How many have you got in stock left? After all of you that have got in already, we have 9 sets remaining. And we were busy early. As soon as you see what you like, as soon as your heart goes, oh, I'd like that in my collection, that's when you should get in. Basket, check out, you're in the auction. $34.82 from £92.16, nearly £60 off. And that is the price that you should be paying for all of those. But buying them in a bundle, getting them in craft price drop, you're saving at the moment nearly £60. There's 5 spaces, 5 chances at $34.82. Is that going to be where we end? And is that going to be the lowest price? 4 spaces in the auction left. So many of you are getting in on this one. $34.56, we've dropped it again. $34.56 with 4 spaces, 3 spaces left. What's going to be the final price? No P&P for Freedom members, remember. 888 if you want to join. Easy as that. Do that in the same transaction as you put this in your basket. You won't get charged for $4.95. $34.30 and 1 set left. I think that's where it's going to be. Price lock, is it maybe? It's gold. Congratulations.
Price lock.
Yeah, price locked at £34.30. So basically 60-odd pounds you've saved with Spellbinders dies at just after 7:15 in the morning. Right. Hello, Claudia. You're watching. Are you in Germany? Brilliant. We have people watching all over Europe and in America. Evelyn, morning. Don't know where you are, but you're with us. Maybe you're in Germany too, maybe not. Tell us where you are, say hello, email in, or just say hi on Facebook maybe if you'd like to, and tell us what it is you're going for today on Craft Price Drop. Remember, if you've just found us, and every day we're getting brand new viewers to Craft Price Drop, or brand new people who normally watch Hochanda shows, who've seen this show and thought, oh, this is a bit different. It's something that we do just to kind of clear the decks, basically, of stock. And we hopefully cater for everyone. We've had some amazing stencils, we've had some dies. Now we're going to appeal to those of you that are into your soft craft. If you love your machines, if you love your embroidery, for example, free motion, that sort of thing, then you can't have enough thread. So, why not, let's give you The marathon threads. That's the tin they come in. So they come in this organiser tin with a little window on the top so you can see exactly what you've got going on inside it. This is our variegated machine embroidery thread. So in other words, what you've got here is a mixture of colours. It's a combination of, I mean, this one up here at the top, the rainbow is superb, but you've got other colours here. Like down here, for example, this kind of champagne colour. It's two-tone. It's not just one colour running through the thread. Now, every spool of this thread has got 1,000 metres on it. There's actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 12,000 metres of thread here. That works out to 12 kilometres. 12 kilometres of thread. That's almost from here to Peterborough. We're in Oundle, not far away. That's a lot of thread. That's a lot of sewing. That's a lot of design and decoration that you can do with this. Per reel, £7.05. It's not bad. And we're busy for these already. Lots of you are preempting where this price is going to go. You're thinking, that's what I'm after, that's what I need to stock up on. It's £84.60 starting price, but where is the price going to go? Well, you've seen how much reduction we've given you already on our first 2 auctions. This is only going to go one way. Damn. But how low are we going to go? Let's get the plummeting going. Let's get you in on the website, ordering this, putting it in your basket, checking out, getting the thread at £44.16 instantly, a £40 reduction. We don't just give you a few pence or a couple of pounds or 5% off or 10% off. Nearly half price in the first price plummet. There's lots of you coming in. We don't have masses of these. I wish we had a lot more. We've got a limited quantity, and here comes the information you need. 23, oh, that's more than I thought. That's a bit better. 23 chances, but that's going quickly. 22 now. Look at those colours. What colours are you after? You've got every colour you could want, really, in here. You've got all of your... I love this one at the top, the rainbow one. Isn't that funky? You've got greens and yellows, different shades of green and yellow, pinks and reds in there as well, and blues. Loads of you going for this. Then to your two-tone lilac. You've got your pinks, you've got your bright fuchsias, you've got your blues with like a tealy colour, your blues with like a denim colour, you've got your canary yellow, you've got your wonderful burnt orange, love that one. Down the bottom here, we've then got a very, very blush baby pink, then champagne, but these, remember, are two-tone. You've then got a taupey coffee colour, and then finally a slate colour there as well. 12,000 metres of embroidery thread. Less than £3.68 a reel. If you've got a sewing machine, if you've got an embroidery machine, maybe the bane is always kind of stocking up on thread, you always run out of the colour that you use the most. This is a great library of thread, and it comes in this tin as well. This organiser tin is fantastic, so once you've used all your thread up, you can use it for all sorts of things. It could be for fabric scraps, it could be for anything like that at all. But you've got that window on the front, so you can always see the bobbins of thread that you've got inside there. We are getting very, very low in stock now. Only 7 spaces left. At the moment, they are £42.32, which is exactly half price. So you're getting 12,000 metres, 12 kilometres, but you're only paying for 6. It's all right, isn't it? 5 left. How excited are you about that? How chuffed are you that you tuned in for that this morning? You never know what's going to be in Craft Price Drop. This is the thing. It's not just one thing all the time. It's lots of variations and lots of varied products, all to do with crafting. 2 spaces in the auction at £42.32. It's half price. I think that's where it's going to end. If you're in, good luck. I hope you've put it in your basket. I hope you've confirmed. I hope you have got the last one, because it's just gone. £42.29. Everyone pays the final low price. There it goes. Congratulations.
Price lock.
12 kilometres of thread, of embroidery thread, £42.29, and hopefully no P&P. Have we had anyone this morning so far that's had to pay postage? Not that we can see. Most of you, if not all of you, are Freedom members this morning, which is exactly what I want. Whether the powers that be want that or not, I don't know, but I want you to get the best deal. I want you to save the most money. And buying Freedom membership will save you potentially a fortune over a month. $6.97, 888 means you don't pay the $4.95 P&P or any P&P on any show on Hochanda, as well as Craft Price Drop. Now, the lovely Sheena is with us today with her one-day special. She'll be here at 9 o'clock. We've got from Sheena in Craft Price Drop right now her fantastic Groovin' 60s stencils. Now, these have been on before. We've been able to get more stock. So thank you, Sheena, if you're watching this morning in your hotel. Thank you. We love these. And you love them as well. We're already busy for them. $23.96. And they should be that price. And they're on our website for that price if you wanted to buy them individually. And I don't know if we can show you that or not. But they are Let me just show you. This one here, all kind of Flower Power 60s. This one, I've got a friend who's actually restored one of these. Pride and Joy, the old camper van. They're worth a lot of money these days. Then we've got bubbles. That could be bath bubbles, champagne bubbles, whatever. Great background. And then you've got lips and eyes. Now, each one of these stencils would be £5.99, which is how we got to the price of £23.96. Now, already, you're not paying anywhere near that because the price has already started to fall. £22.79. If you are a lover of the 60s, I was born in 65, so I've got very, very vague memories of any of the 60s years, to be honest. But I wish I was around then. I'd love to have been around like the Cavern Club and all of that. And that's what this is kind of sort of captured. Flower power, you know, just kind of letting your hair down, free spirit, all that sort of stuff. That's what this range is all about. So you're getting you're not getting four. 4 stencils for £22.14 from the lovely Sheena Douglas, the Groove in 60s. And of course, anything goes when it comes to colour with that era, so you can really enjoy going to town with all of your inks, all of your cloud inks, all of your fantastic oxides and so on. Go psychedelic with all those colours. Let's get the price down even further then. The arrows are flashing. Where's the price crashing? £16.71. Nearly a third off the price, and they are quality Mylar stencils. And like I said before with the ones from Imagination Crafts, you can use stencils anywhere you want. Maybe you want a 60s themed wall. Maybe you want a bubble wall. How cool would that be? A bubble wall behind the headboard in the bedroom or something like that. That would be brilliant. Well, you can do that with this. You could put the camper van on a lampshade and ink that up if you wanted to. Equally, it could go onto a toy chest, it could go onto a jewellery box, you could put these on, they could go onto windows, you could actually stencil onto windows if you wanted to do that, onto fabric. It wraps around whatever you want to put it around. You could decorate maybe a little heart on a church candle or pillar candle, that would look lovely. So, you know, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you've got 7 elements on this one stencil. And you've then also got £16.53. It fits, doesn't it? That's a bit spooky, that is. Actually, hang on. You can have some fun with that. £16.35 is where we're at the moment, from £23.96. Groove in 60s. I bet Sheena, if she is watching this, she's going, how much are they doing it for? I won't tell her if you won't. £16.08. £8 off at the moment. And falling still, the flower, the camper, the circles, and the cat's eyes. Cat's eyes? Are they called that cat's eyes? Really? Oh, the eyeliner. Okay, yeah. It could be. I thought maybe she was called Katrina or something. £9.91 now for all 4 stencils. That's just under £2.50 a stencil. Stencils are great, versatile additions to your craft room. Lots of you coming in on these now. But they should. What were they each? £5.99 each. So for less than what you pay for 2, you're getting 4. 18 spaces in the auction for the Groove in 60s. £9.91. Now remember, you can, if you want to, you don't have to use the whole face. You could just use the eye. You could just use the lips. Just the nose. Well, the nose on its own would be a bit weird, I suppose, but the lips or the eyes, you can just, isolate it. £9.91 for all 4 stencils. Groove in 60s. They're 6. They're 8 by 8, aren't they? Yeah, 8 by 8 stencils. But again, you can just use elements of it if you wanted to. If you just wanted a bubble or 2 rather than the whole thing, you don't have to use the whole thing. That stencil could go through an embossing folder, and you'd have embossed bubbles, and that'd be really cool. Really handy, really useful. So although this is part of the 60s collection, that fits all sorts. That fits bath time, it fits champagne celebrations with fizz. 7 left at £9.82. Be quick if you want these. The way to take part in the auction, always in your basket, like you're buying something on a standard show. Check out, debit or credit card. You are then in the auction. But if you don't check out, you're not in the auction. You won't get it at the end. At the moment, everyone is paying £9.73 as opposed to £23.96. 4 spaces in the auction left. 3 left. They're going quickly. Maybe you saw them before and thought, well, I like those, but I'll think about it next time. I'll see. Well, now they're a ridiculously affordable price. There's one set of those Grooving 60 stencils left. £9.73, and the last one's gone.
Price lock.
Everyone pays the price-locked price. £9.73 for £23 worth of stencils from the lovely Sheena, and she'll be back at 9 o'clock this morning with her one-day special. Right now, last time we did this, they flew. So we went back to Craft Buddy and we said, hello, Dino, Gary, the gang, Dawn. Can we please have some more of that lace that you gave us last time, because everybody on Craft Price Drop loved it and they've been able to find some, which is good. Not always can that happen. Often we get maybe end of line of something, or they've gone on to another style of something and we can't get it again. So if something sells out, it's not a foregone that we can get it back, but we were able to get this lace back for you. And we're already busy for it. At this price, it's less than 40 pence a metre. You've got 80 metres of lace here. And if I hold up the designs for you so you can see them, look at how beautiful these designs are. They're lovely and wide. You've got at least about a 2 to 3 inch width on this, but you can do all sorts of wonderful things through this. You can actually use it as like a mask and spritz through it with inks and so on. We were doing something like that with Gordon and Justin the other day. Or, of course, as trim. They look fantastic. They really, really do. So you're getting that in a buttermilk colour. This design is the same, actually, as the one I've just shown you, but this time it's in a white. So you get both the white version and the buttercream version of the same patterns. There we go. Difficult for you to see with that. There we go, look. Then we have... Oh, they're all the same, actually. I've just realised. I thought they were all different. No, they're all the same, but they're in different colours. So this is like a coffee colour. So if I just hold up that one, and that one, and that one, you can see they're all different colours. Buttermilk, white, coffee. And then the last one is somewhere in between. So you've actually got 80 metres of lace. Now, if you wanted to, with a pair of sharp, good quality scissors, you could cut out those flowers. You could actually use that as a floral embellishment if you wanted to, if you've got the time to do it and the inclination to do it. You could cut out and just use that little scalloped edge if you wanted to as well. What are you using these on? Are you using them on furnishings? Are you using them on your card? Are you using them as stencils? You can use them in lots of ways. They are £24.11 now for all of these spools. Look at the quantity. There's tons and tons and tons on here. Oh yeah, hold it for the camera, you can see it a bit better. 30 pence a metre. Would you use this as a trim on cushions? Would you use it maybe to decorate quilts? Would you put it maybe as a lace trim on a card? Really lovely and really beautiful, gorgeous quality. Ink through it and you'll then have a wonderful lace pattern on whatever it is that you've done that technique on. 80 metres, there's 20 metres on each of these spools, on each of these lace bobbins, the card bobbins they come on. £24.11, we've got a £7 reduction, exactly, £8 off now. £8 off, 31.96 down to 23.81 and still falling. All of you on the bottom of the screen are in. Sue in Bishop Stortford, hello. Julie is a Freedom member in London. So is Doreen in High Wycombe. So Sandra in Folkestone. Julie in Selby. All of you are in for this auction. All of you have got them in your basket. All of you has checked out. Sheila in Gravesend, hello Sheila. Dawn in Sheffield. All playing along with Craft Price Drop this morning, all realising the value for money that is the Craft Buddy vintage coloured lace. Now, this could be, imagine that maybe as a trim around a neckline of a dress. Maybe you've got something quite plain and you've been looking for a way of jazzing it up and making it a little bit different. Maybe you want to put it on bags. Whatever you make to sell, if lace is going to make that difference where you can maybe up the price, because it's going to really finish it off beautifully. And normally lace is white or cream, isn't it? And that's about it, or black. But no, you've got buttermilk, you've got white, you've got a sandy coffee colour, and you've then got like an ivory as well. All for this price of just £22 and a penny. And lace normally is quite a pricey investment. We're doing another plummet. The arrows are flashing. Here's that price crashing down to... wow. 22 pence a metre. £17.44 for 18 metres of lace. Busy, busy, busy. Every morning, many of you now start your day turning on to Craft Price Drop every day at 7 a.m. That's how we start our live shows here at Hochanda. And we also bring you a 7 p.m. version as well every day, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. An online version only at craftpricedrop.com at 11 o'clock. 40 sets. We were able to get quite a lot of these. That's good, because we knew how popular they were before, so we didn't want to disappoint many people this time. The only way you'll be disappointed is if you don't get in the auction. Put it in your basket, check out, that's you done, and that price is falling, as is the quantity. When it gets to zero, wherever that price is, that's the price everybody pays. That's why we never know. Meg, my producer today, myself, Casey, my floor manager, no one knows what the final price will be. Will it be the same final price as the last time we did it? I've got to say hello to Joe, our director, as well. Can't miss him. Can't leave him out. But certainly, is it going to go to exactly the same price as last time? Probably not, because the chances of the stock going to zero at the same point when the price was last time, it's up in the air. But you're going to get a bargain, no matter what you go for. Bargain included. 30 spaces in the auction left. $16.96, nearly half price for quality lace. 80 metres, 20 metres on each spool. Suits you, sir. 30 left, and the price has gone down even further. £15.81, less than 20 pence per metre for Lace from Craft Buddy. Well, they're going fast. We're going very, very quickly. So many of you now are registering. Lots of you on the phones as well, this one. Hopefully, as we've got 25 left, your call will be processed in time and you'll get in the auction. That's the risk you run if you do it on the phone. Can't do much about that. That's kind of phone technology. You know, how many operators can we have in at any one time? If there's a big surge of interest, lots of you get on the phone at the same time, there's a queue, you can miss out. That's why we always say, please, website, hochanda.com. And these days, a lot of people I know actually watch Craft Price Drop at this time of the morning on their commute. Maybe you're bored to tears on the train, on the bus, that regular daily slog, half an hour, 40 minutes on the train or whatever it might be. Have us on, put your earphones in, have us on. If they've got Wi-Fi access on the train like most companies have, watch. Get a bargain on the way to work. Do your shopping before you get to work. Don't do it in your lunch break. Well, you can do it in your lunch break. Watch us at 11 o'clock if you have an 11's break online at craftpricedrop.com. 11 chances. 4 spools, 20 metres on each spool, 80 metres of fantastic quality vintage coloured lace. 9 chances in the auction. You're saving what you're spending. 50% off. $31.96 down to $15.69. 7 spaces in the auction now. I hope you get them. There'll be some disappointed people, I know, if you're kind of putting it in your basket now thinking, oh, got to be quick, got to be quick. Check out. Once you've done that, that's you in. Have you made that number go down to 5? Were you number 6? There's 5 spaces, 5 chances to get all of that lace. Buy in bulk, save a potential fortune. 4 spaces left in the auction right now. If you normally buy your lace by the metre, that's the expensive way of doing it. Get a large quantity, trim it to whatever shape and size and width you want. 3 in the auction now. 4 different colours. 80 metres in total, 2 spaces left at $15.69. Is that going to be our final locked price? I think it is.
Price lock.
There we are. He confirms it. Price locked. Everyone is paying only $15.69 for all of that lace. Brilliant. Have you got your bargain of the morning? Do you treat yourself to a bargain a day or a bargain a week? Morning, if you just switched on, it is 7:37. And we're live at Hochanda on Thursday, not Wednesday like I thought earlier. It is Thursday. Right, now, oh, it's Spellbinders time again. Forgot about these. Yeah, more Spellbinders dies for you. Hochanda is the home of Spellbinders. And we're very pleased that Spellbinders are here. And here we've got for you the garden gate. Now, if you've got a garden gate like this, hello, you can afford the full price. Not that you want to pay that. But look, what you've got, the packaging makes you think that the die inside is actually quite small. Oh no. They'd be electric, wouldn't they, these? Oh yeah. Probably with a guard either side of them as well. You've got your gilded gate and gate 2. Who's already got these? 2. Wow, you are in very quickly. Already you've got them in your basket. And Pearl as well, you've got yours. Now, I reckon, I've not actually die cut these. I've not had a chance to play with them. But you can actually have the gates a little bit open if you want to. Now, even if the... I'm just trying to see if the die will cut. Yeah, I think it does. I think you'll be able to actually literally prise the gates open. But even if you can't, you can use a craft knife and make them open that way. But what about this? How grand is that? Maybe this is going to be party invitations. Maybe someone's having a fundraiser. Someone's having a wedding reception. Maybe you're going to a fancy posh hotel for a ball or something like that. Then this could be the front of the invitation. £32.17 is where we're at the moment. It's in craft price drop. This could be welcome to your new home card. Oh, I wish. How grand are these? The detail, when you look at the die, you can really see how much work and design and effort's gone into making it. But when you see the actual packaging, that shows you a true likeness of the actual detail and the fine detail you're going to get. So you've got that gate, you've got that gate. £30.62, they should be basically £16.80 roughly. £30 at the moment, at £15 each. £16.86 each they started off at, £16.86 for each one of those dies. This is big, it's a huge die. And if you just wanted to take elements out of that as well, if you just wanted to use that little crest at the top, if you just wanted to use that little pillar on its own, don't think to yourself, well, where am I going to use a gate? How often am I going to use that gate? Think about elements on the die that you can reach for. Here's the price plummet. The first one on this auction is going to $18.34, about 45% off the price. 45% off the price, $18.34 for two gates, but so many decorative elements that have got that grand look to them, absolutely. And they're two totally different looking gates as well, aren't they? I mean, that one's got more of a scalloped, rounded top. This one's more angular, more triangular. But again, you've got the pillars on the side, which you can use completely separately. You've got that circle in the middle of that particular gate there too. That could be an element that you could snip away. Lots of potential with these. $18.34. What you should be really nearly spending for one, you're getting both. £9.17 each is where we're at the moment. £9.17 for each of those fantastic garden gates from Spellbinders. They will go through any machine, any die-cutting machine, whether it's a Spellbinders Platinum, whether it's the Platinum 6, whether it's the Gemini, whether it's the Sizzix Big Shot, doesn't matter. Any die-cutting machine, manual, electric, these dies will cut a dream, and they'll emboss beautifully as well. Lots of interest on the phones, £18.07. And it's still going down. Remember, the trick, if it is a trick, to craft price drop, is not to sit and wait for the price to drop. It's for you to get in when there's something you want. Because if you get in early, you get it. If you get in late and see the price drop and they think, oh, I'll go now. Oh, it's ended. Auction's ended. There was a big surge of people at the end with about, 5 in stock or something. Suddenly 5 people order it at exactly the same time online. It goes to zero just like that. So that's what can happen. If you're in now, you're safe. You're getting these at the moment for less than £18. But the earlier you get in and put it in your basket and check out, the checkout is the crucial thing. I can't stress that enough. So many of you put it in your basket, the auction ends, and you think, oh, I've got it. Oh, no, I haven't. What's happened? You didn't check out. Checkout confirms your place in the auction. We're going down again. I didn't think we were going to do another plummet, but we are. £13.31. That is better than half price. It's actually 60% off the price. £6.85. Oh, £6.66. £6.66 per die at the moment. We are very, very busy for both of these dies. Maybe you want one for yourself and you want to gift one to a friend. How many have we got left of these fantastic ornate gates? 23. You know you've made it when you've got a gate like that, don't you? 22. 22 spaces in the auction. £13.31. Is it going to go any lower? Who knows? I don't know. I've got no buttons. I don't touch anything. They don't let me near any of the machinery. They know what I'm like. 17 left. 16 left. 33.72. We are saving you £20.50p at the moment by getting both of these gates at £13.22. 14 spaces, a big surge of interest. Lots of you coming in now, confirming, using your tablet, using your smartphone, using your computer. Or if you're on the phones, a few of you are this morning, not many, but 01733 797 100 gets you involved phone-wise, but that's when you run the risk of maybe not being answered in time. You have to wait for the operator to answer your call, and if there's a big surge on the phones, it can take a little while. We can have queues on our phones, which isn't ideal. We've got them online, instant. in your basket, check out, there you go, job done. You're getting them at the moment for £13.22 for both of those gates. 5 spaces in the auction left, 5 opportunities to get the garden gates, well not garden gates, but the front gates, from Spellbinders. 4 spaces left at £13.13. Everyone's paying that price at the moment. Will it go down any more, or is that where it's going to stop? No P&P for Freedom members, so it could be £13.13 delivered to you. 1 left, that's, I'm sure, going to be the lowest price right now. You've got it. Congratulations.
Price lock.
We are so busy today. Word is spreading. More and more and more people love the idea and the concept of craft price drop. £13.13. That's what everybody pays. But if you're having to pay £4.95 postage on top of that, our bosses are happy with you. Of course, covers the cost and postage, doesn't it? But we don't want you to pay that. I don't want you to pay that. We would rather, or I would rather, let you have that for £13.13 delivered. And that's what Freedom membership gives you. Absolutely everything you buy from us, whether it's on Craft Price Drop or Hochanda shows, general shows, no P&P as long as you're a Freedom member. Cerise, hello. And Denny, you're in as well. Hello, Denny. Nice to know you're there as well. Thank you for saying hello and sending a message to us. You can do it via Facebook. You can email in as well. studio@hochanda.com is the email address. But remember, hochanda.com is the website where you place your bid. You put in your bid, you check out, then you sit and watch the price fall. That's what you pay, the final fallen price. Right, now we've only got about 10 or 11 minutes on the show now. It always goes so quickly. We've got Craft Buddy and Dawn Bibby coming up at 8 o'clock, and then, of course, the lovely Sheena is here with her one-day special coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, so lots of great shows to watch out for. Our next Craft Price Drop show will be online at 11 o'clock, which is craftpricedrop.com, and then again on telly tonight at 7 o'clock. OK, let's show you some stamps. Let's show you some Just Right stamps, which are very, very popular in Craft Price Drop shows. 54.86 gets you 3 sets of vintage label decorative stamps. Now, what do they mean by that? Well, basically, if you look at this one here, for example, OK, that one there, you've got a lovely, beautiful frame. Now, these are polymer. So I'll just show you here. You've got a frame, but you've also got the sentiments which can go in the centre, but they're not attached. So if you don't want a sentiment, or you just want a different sentiment, or you want to do something different to the centre, you've got that opportunity. You've got this beautiful flower at the top. You've got with hugs and much love. Know that you are loved during this difficult time. Thinking of you. May your heart and soul find peace. So kind of remembrance and sympathy cards possibly with that set. Then we go on to something that is certainly not sympathy or anything along those lines. This is absolute joy. You've got here your soda fountain. You've got your whippy ice creams. You've got your cones. 1 scoop or 2. Here's the scoop. Goodies, treats. All those words you see there are separate polymer stamps. So you love the kind of old-fashioned diner sort of feel to your cards. Then that's what those stamps look like. They are great, aren't they? Love it, love it, love it. Very nice. And then finally, at the end here, you've got this one. Now, these are rubber, red rubber, and they're foam mounted as well. So both of those are polymer. This set is red rubber mounted with foam. So what you've got on this was quite upmarket, actually, because you've got here your parfum, or parfum, however they say it, and that's actually included in the rubber stamps. That's all one rubber stamp. And then you've got all of these other little rubber stamps which fit into the element down the bottom of this stamp. So this is one that you can kind of customise. And the words that you've got on there, I can't remember them now. Fleur de Paris, a gift for you, from the heart, thank you, birthday wishes, just a note, violets for you, thinking of you. All of those little goodie stamps there, all foam mounted. How cute are they? And they can go then in and stamp in there. And this is also your storage, as it is with these as well. The rubber stamps can go straight on there and straight into a ring binder, but you can of course keep this if you want to, keep the packaging with your polymer stamps. So let's have a little look at the start price. And the reason we got that on the screen right now at £54.86 is for this reason. We've actually got individual items on the website. They are individually available. 668,900. The 14 cling stamps, £14.28. The Magnolia Vintage Label 7, you've got £15.98 for that one, 629,185. And the Scoop Vintage Labels, the 20 clear stamps with all the ice creams and everything, £24.60 for that, 541478. Bundle them together, which is what we've done for Craft Price Drop, and then we come to that price of £54.86. But that is the starting price, not the final low price. That's where you'll see that in a matter of minutes. Here's our first plummet. It is half price straight away, straight out of the bag, slashing it by 50%. We're up against the clock now, that's why we're doing it quite quickly. So if you want to get in on this one, now's your chance to do it. $27.89. Hello to Paula. Paula, you've got it in your basket, congratulations. Patricia as well, you've got these in your basket as well from Just Right Stamps. I must find this out actually, I'd like to say it's a division of Spellbinders, because the packaging is very, very similar. I'll have to do a little bit of research. Oh, it is! Look, I've just realised, down there. Oh, there you go, you see. Should have done my research, shouldn't I? Yeah, so part of Spellbinders, you can kind of tell that, you can kind of sense that, can't you? $27.89 is the price for these at the moment, half the price they should be, and they are so detailed. And you've got the best of both worlds, having polymer stamps and the red rubber stamps as well. You've even got that little floral corner down there, that's also a stamp. There are 45 stamps in total in these sets. Red rubber, foam backed, that's the first one. Polymer and polymer. Sympathy on the right, or my right, your left. Scoops of ice cream in the centre, so it couldn't be more different, to be honest with you. The soda fans, it reminds me of like Happy Days and the old American diners, all that sort of thing as well. And then at the end there, you've got your parfum. You've then got all those lovely sentiments which you can use individually, or that aperture, that little oval opening in the bottom of that label, that's exactly the right size that you can stamp into that, or equally you've got a separate one that you can stamp that sentiment into, and you could put that possibly on top of that one. So you can mix and match them, play with them. £27.09 is where we are at the moment. You've got 3 sets of stamps, a total of, how many was it, did we work out? 45. 45 stamps in total. So at the moment you're looking at about 53p a stamp, something like that. Just under 60p a stamp, yeah. Great price, great price. Great stamps too. And if you love your Spellbinders dies, then this is going to kind of flow in beautifully well with those labels dies we had before. They're going to kind of all work together nicely. Another plummet is coming. The arrows are flashing, which means one thing, another low price of £23.16. That is way, way below half price. 51p a stamp. £23.16. Be quick if you want these. If you have maybe a Spellbinders collection of dies, then why not start collecting the Just Right stamps from the same stable? Here comes the quantity. This is where it gets exciting, because you can see how many we have left. We've only got 6. So if you haven't put these in your basket yet, please do it now. You'll be very lucky if you get them. Oh, I almost went then. You'll be very lucky if I got them. I shouldn't lean on that when they move it out of the way. 4, I'm just going to fall off screen one of these days. 4 remaining, 3 remaining. £23.16 for all of those stamps. 2 left. £23.16. Some of you bought more than one set as well, I think. 1 remaining now. Is that going to be the final price? That's our announcer coming in now to tell you.
Price locked.
Yeah, price locked at £23.16. And some of you maybe paid the P&P. If you're not Freedom members, that's what you've got to do. Oh, all of you were Freedom. Maybe one person had to pay the postage of £4.95, but everybody else was in the Freedom Club. You've got it sussed. That's the way to save the most money. It's not just about the falling price, it's about not paying the postage by being a Freedom member. 88888. We've only got 5.5 minutes left on this, our first craft price drop of the day. There'll be another one at 7 p.m. tonight and another online at 11. Online only, craftpricedrop.com. Now, we're starting to drop the price already because we're up against the clock. We've only got a few minutes left. So, let us show you from Just Right stamps that are part of Spellbinders to Spellbinders dies. Here they are. Now, what have we got? We've got, firstly, 4 dies that you can see here. You've got these 2 that are labels. So you've got little perforations around the edge. So again, they could be labels on things that you've made, maybe jams or preserves or whatever it might be. You can make them into napkin rings if you wanted to. Then down the bottom, you've got this lovely, kind of Celtic inspired, this one, that lovely lattice in the rectangle. So that'll make a wonderful border in a photograph frame, for example. So you get the large and you get the small as well. 4 dies there. And then the other set just over here, equally as beautiful. These have got outer edge cutting dies as well as decorative detail inside dies as well. So you've got basically 3 shapes here and 6 dies in total. Cutting, embossing and stenciling. So those 2 sets of dies should start life and should be £55.20. If I turn these around so you can see how big they are, look at them. Now that could be all year round, really. That could be a snowflake in the winter time, but equally it could be just a doily in the summertime. So you can have the outside blank, just the outside shape, or you can have all that decorative detail in the middle. There we've got, how many sides are on that? 2, 4, 6, 8 sides on that one. We've then got the round and also the outside scallop cutting edge as well. So 6 really useful dies. Actually, all of them are really useful. You've got a total of 10 dies, and we've got literally 4 minutes left on the show. 23.11, nearly 60% off the Spellbinders dies. And these are dies you'll reach for, you'll use. They're not dies that you buy and then you think, oh, well, they were a waste of money, I haven't used them once. You'll reach for them all the time and use them all the time, I'm sure you will. Essentials, really, yeah. £23.11, 60% off for Spellbinders. Are you buying them for yourself or gifts? £22.50 is the lowest price at the moment. We've not given you the quantities yet, so we're still in the auction. There's still time for you to put these in your basket and to check out. Knowing that you've got £55 worth of dies coming, but you've only spent 22 quid is a lovely feeling. Here comes the quantity, so we're up against the clock right now. 12 sets of these dies, 11 now. 22.17, where's that final price going to end? Where is it going to stop? And throughout the show, when we started the show at 7 AM this morning, none of us knew what any of these final prices would be. You were dictating that by when we get to 0 with stock. Another price plummet. We're in the teens. £18.23 for 10 dies. That is £1.82 a die. 2/3 off the price. We can't do any better than that, surely. It can't go lower than £18.23, can it? There's 6 spaces in the auction, 5 left now, 5 sets left. They make wonderful doilies. £18.23. Is this going to be the final auction, or have we got one more? We might be able to get one more in, it depends how quickly we go to 0. 4 spaces, 3 spaces. Maybe not. 2 sets of these dies remaining in the auction. £18.23 is where we are. This is going to be the last auction, I think. £18.23. 1 left. Are you going to get the last one of Craft Price Drop this morning? It's gone.
Price lock.
Congratulations to everyone who's got something from Craft Price Drop this morning. £18.23 was your final price. And, of course, you only pay the P&P if you're not a Freedom member. If you are, you don't have to pay any postage. We've had a busy morning this morning. And remember, just in case you've never seen us before, or you're not sure what this is all about, we are Hochanda. This is a part of what we do. It's part of our entertainment, hopefully, for you. And what it gives you is the opportunity to get absolute bargains at clearance prices. Sometimes when we have a sellout, we can't get what we've had back. Sometimes we can. So some things you may see again, some things you'll never, ever see again. But the all-important thing is to place your bid early in the auction on the website. That's always the best way, hochanda.com. That means you don't miss out when we get to 0 quantity and we get to that low price. Now, remember, every day, 7 days a week, even on bank holidays, we have Craft Price Drop at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's the way we start our live shows. We also do it again at 7 PM every evening as well. And also we do it in the middle of the day at 11 o'clock, coffee time, hopefully, online only, which is our website, craftpricedrop.com. So that'll be the next one in 3 hours. So if you want to take part in that, make sure you jot down that all-important website, craftpricedrop.com. Tune into that at 11 o'clock and you can bid on that website as well. And if you want to join the Freedom Club, remember, that saves you on the postage. 888 £6.97 is your monthly fee for that. You can opt out of it at any time. You don't have to be a member for longer than a month if you don't want to, but most people realise the benefits of being a member. It saves you a fortune in postage, so most people keep that membership going. Membership discounts, members badge, monthly newsletter and unlimited standard delivery on everything you buy. I'll see you in a couple of minutes' time then. The lovely Dawn Bibby is here with some brand new items from Craft Buddy, so we'll be doing that at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned, lots more to come. So yeah, Dawn Bibby Creations next door, and I'll dash to that studio in a couple of ticks. See you there. Aquatint is here at our one-day special with the lovely Sheena at 9. And then the Quilters Trading Post is here later on at 10 o'clock. All coming up here at Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Sue.
And I'm Doreen. I named the company after my 2 daughters, Katie and Sue.
So we're a family business, Katie Sue Designs, based in the northeast of England, and we've been in business for almost 25 years now together. We started with miniature dolls and we moved through to paper crafting with Flower Soft, and then into silicone molds, which we make here ourselves. and they're award-winning, and we sell them to around 40 countries in the world. We're really looking forward to coming to Hochanda and showing you all a wide range of our products, everything from paper crafting to cake decorating, mixed media. So I hope you can join us and Noreen showing you all of the different crafting techniques.
Hi there, I'm Noreen, demonstrator for Katie Sue Designs. I really can't wait to be able to show you all of the molds and all of the exciting things that I'm going to bring to you. Make sure you don't miss the Katie Sue shows on Hochanda.
Carlisle's Tacky Glue is a great versatile glue for craft and household use. It's easy to use, dries transparent and remains flexible. This quick drying glue can be used on paper, cardboard, textiles and much more. This fantastic deal consists of 3 100ml tubes. To stock up, check out hochanda.com.
Morning, hello, it is Hochanda on a Thursday morning. Look who's here, bright and breezy.
Good morning.
Morning, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You?
Lovely, Dawn Bibby's here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cracking, thank you. Now, we've got some brand new items from Dawn and Craft Buddy. If you've never seen Craft Buddy and Dawn before, Dawn has been, well, kind of instrumental in this country in bringing craft to telly, haven't you, really?
It's actually 25 years
Crikey.
this year.
Wow.
I know.
Where's the
Long
time
time,
gone?
isn't it? I know. It's incredible. When you think about it, when I say it was 20 years ago, I think, oh my God.
Yeah. And Dawn's affiliation with Craft Buddy is that they produce Dawn's range, and what I love about Craft Buddy is there's so much variety.
They do. They have a whole host of fabulous crafting items, and I got involved with them to help them source products, to design products with them. So we work with Gary and Dino, which are great guys. Gary, of course, comes on TV with the Crystal Art now. So we have a great working relationship and bring all sorts of fabulous products. So we've got some lovely new products in this show.
Absolutely.
But first of all, last week we did the big launch of the Fantasy Flower collection, and we sold out of the paper pad very, very quickly. So we've managed to get this back. So many people asked for it, managed to get it back for you, and we've put 2 of the pads together at a special offer at £17.98. Now they're £11.99. The RRP is £11.99 per pad, so we've got them on introductory offer. So it's giving you 2 of them. So what I've done here, Dave, is separate them to give you 1 of each paper.
Okay.
And what you're getting with these as well is this first sheet matches the dies. And we brought the dragonfly and the butterfly die and the blossom back onto the show for you. So you get the pastel set of papers, which are these. And you get the vibrant set of papers, and they have a glitter effect onto them. So they look like they're sparkling, but they aren't glittery at all.
Well, there are 12 designs in total. You're getting 2 pads, remember. They should be $23.98, $11.99 each, but you're getting $17.98 price, and you're getting 6 of each of those sheets. So for $17.98, if you missed them last time or you want to stock up on them, because they are consumables, and they complement, of course, the dies that are in the range as well, then because basically you can cut the images out of the paper
There's a couple of
with the
cards
dies.
just here, yeah. So you can see just how pretty they are. They are really lovely, and we're going to be using some of those in some of the demonstrations.
Excellent.
So this is just an opportunity for you to get them, because so many people were disappointed last week that they couldn't get them.
Back in stock, and you get 2 books, 838948. Now, in front of me, this is something that is brand new as well. Lots of brand new items in the show today. Take a little look at this. This is our Mdf memory kit, the photo display kit they call it, and it's $17.99 normally. Today it's introductory priced at only $14. £14.99. But what you've got here is this MDF tray, which has got little apertures in it, which you can put, obviously, photographs that are relevant to you and your life and your family. But also you get these wonderful die-cut elements here, which you can pop out, and they're the right shape to actually act as like backings in the tray, aren't they?
You need to trim them down ever so slightly, but they are shaped in the correct way. So this is a lovely complete kit. The MDF frame is quite a excuse me, quite a substantial frame. And then you've got ribbons, you've got sequins, you've got wire, you've got beads, you've got little paper flowers, rosebuds, the memory, fun and love, and the little thing, a little leaf sprog cut in MDF for you. Your beautiful little butterfly sequins there, your stars, your gems, and your ribbon pack. The two sheets of cardstock are die cut, so they're ready to go, although I have trimmed around them a little bit tighter. Now, this is what I made from the kit itself, so you can get those old photographs out. I think the colour palette with this is perfect for all your vintage or sepia photographs, your black and white photographs as I've used here. And you can see how lovely they look. We've mixed up some of the new flowers on today's show as well, and it's just giving you a beautiful frame that you could give as a gift, put onto the wall. Now, I wanted to bring a modern twist on it, so the next frame here that I've done is using the new glitter papers that are on the show, which are just gorgeous. And this is a selection of my nieces.
Oh, really?
Selection. Yeah, my great nieces.
Wow.
So real cuties onto there.
Look how different it looks, though, vintage to modern, but it still works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's a fabulous frame. It does also come with a little hanger, so you can hang it on the wall too. So you can see there just really the contrast between them. It looks like a completely different product, but it's what you use with it. I've used the AB floral gems that we brought to you before, the butterflies. I've used my blossom floral on here. I've used the fern. And then I've decorated it with a little bit of sparkle and glitter as well. So it looks really lovely. I love that one. This one Craig's done with his family photos. So he's given this one a different look. So he's filled the whole frame with family photos. So all of the little paper and card, you don't need to use in it. You could use that to make cards as well, which of course you can do.
Sure.
So he's used the ribbons, he's used the words, he's actually put the butterflies onto there, some extra flowers as well. So I created those, Dave. With my frame, I had some bits and pieces left over.
Right.
So using our MDF shapes, I actually made this one, which is my lovely friend Fatima, and she's actually watching from Egypt. Her and the girls are sat up, Miriam and Nora sat up.
What time is it in Egypt now?
I think they're an hour before us.
So it's 7 a.m.
Yeah, I think it's 7 over there.
Right.
So she's an early bird. They go to school really early there, but she's poorly today, so the girls haven't gone to school. So hi over there. So this is, we're sat having coffee, and you get the cafe words in that memory box. So I thought this looked really nice, using it that way. And this is actually, down here, the leftover bits. And can you see the wire with the beads, Dave? That's actually from the kit. You get the wire and you get the beads in the kit. So I made this as a little hanging with it as well on one of the MDFs again.
Because if you look in the actual kit that's in front of me where I'm stood, all of these little things in the apertures here, they're all the elements which you can use. So all these are empty spaces for you to fill in, but all of these are the beads and everything else that comes with it. So you get a lot for your money, don't you?
But these little cards here, if you want to say those, the little cards have been created from the bits, leftover bits.
Right.
And you get the little flowers, you get some pretty little gems in there too. So these have been created from, I did a little bit of lace, but can you say I just stamped onto that little plaque as well?
Yep.
Put the little motifs there. So I thought those little leftover bits can be used to make cards. And you can see that I've used some of the new lace that's coming up as well.
Well, you get a lot for your money. $14.99. It's brand new today, 741344 from Dawn and Craft Buddy. OK, now we've also got brand new flowers. Now, whenever anything like this comes out from Craft Buddy, there's a surge of interest on the phones. Everybody wants to get hold of them. Lots of you are shopping ahead and you've found these on the website for us. And you've got a choice of either the brights or the pastels. And there's 100 satin flower buds for only £11.99. Wow.
Amazing value for money. So these are really beautiful. So they are a ribbon that's been created in a beautiful blossom. So this is your vibrant palette, and they are really vibrant. They're lovely. You've got the wonderful turquoise, you've got purple, cerise, orange, you've got the red, you've got the dark purple in here as well. You've also got the like a jade colour, really dusty plum, a rose and a gold in this one. And Craig's made this beautiful heart wreath there.
Wow.
Really gone to town on this one.
With the dragonfly as well?
Yeah, with the dragonfly die
yeah.
that's on the show too, and the little blossoms are in there as well. So that works really nicely. And these actually, this is Fatima, this is Miriam and Noor. They're sat watching over in Egypt as well. And you see how cute the girls are there. And I've used the beautiful blossoms on here with the lace flowers coming up, the fern dye. And these are the beautiful glitter papers, but with my background behind here of from the paper pack that we just showed you earlier, and the shimmer ribbon, which is also on the show.
Now, not
So
only
really
have we got
pretty.
the vibrants, but we've also got the pastels. Now, the pastels, I think, are in the lead at the moment, actually. Look at these wonderful shades. You've got yellow, lavender, turquoise, white, coffee colours and champagne colours as well. They're beautiful. Same price. If you want to go for one of each, you'll save on the P&P that way as well. £11.99, 610480.
So again, you can see, yeah, much softer colours. You've got your cream and your beige in here too, and that works really nicely. Craig's actually used them on one of the wooden books. They're still available on the website, and put some of the stencils underneath. And again, really lovely little accents. That's my great niece, Isla, there, who was just born earlier this year, and you can see how lovely the little flowers, working with our lace motifs. I'm showing you the lace motifs because they're what's coming up next as well, and these lovely flowers pick up the colour tones from them too.
Well, the lace motifs are coming up next. Have a little look at these now, because you've got a splash of colour in the centre of each one, but there are all these different shapes and all these different sizes of flower that you can see here. And they are just £15.99, and you get a total of 80 of them. Some of them are massive as well. I mean, look at the size of those, for example. So you get a lot for your money. And it's the first time we've actually done one with a coloured centre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first time we've done the colours. They are really pretty, and just a gorgeous selection of lace motifs. The large ones will be great for cushions, for home decor as well, because of course these are fabric, so they're all washable. Yeah. So you can use them on your fabric crafts, your embroideries, whatever you like.
And I don't know if you're the same as me. I look at those and just think instantly spring.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get 10 of each of the flowers, and again, these make a lovely combination to do these little MDF plaques that we've got on the show. So you can see I've used the two flowers in the same colourways there, the larger one and the smaller one. My fern dye again, these beautiful new metallic papers that we're going to show you in a minute. And that is Florence, my great niece as well. She's lovely. I feel really old saying great niece. Should just say niece. And you can see there just how pretty they are. Again, mixing and matching them with the gems on the show, with the dyes on the show, brings a nice effect of textures.
888 911 gets you those. They're brand new today as well. Now, the papers or the cardstock that Dawn was talking about, this is amazing. You get so much and so much variety in here for such a low price. £16.99, £8 off, so that's a great reduction. And you've got basically 100 sheets of A4 glitter foiled card. Now, all of that there is what you're getting. But this is no shed glitter, isn't it?
Isn't it amazing?
Now,
really
this is one sheet of everything that you're getting, I think. 20 designs in total, so you're getting, what, 4 of each design?
Yes, they are lovely. You've got a glitter foil here, so it looks like glitter. It's not glitter, it's actually a foil that has been really texturised to create that beautiful effect on it. Isn't it lovely? Just like leaves in the background.
That one, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got some of the plain silver in there as well, which is nice for a contrast for your matting and layering. The squares, the diamonds, the roses.
Oh, love it.
In the backgrounds, really pretty. Price on this is phenomenal, because I would expect to pay normally about 60p a sheet, so this is like equivalent to £60 worth of value here for £16.99.
Well, it's glitter foiled cards. You do get 5 of each, my mistake. So there's 20 designs, you get 5 of each of them, making the 100 obviously, £16.99. So if you've got a favourite, you've got quite a few of that to enjoy. 775870, the lines are busy for this, no surprise there. And you're not going to be covered in glitter. You're not going to be taking it out of the packet or out of the envelope and it all goes over you.
No shedding whatsoever.
No shedding. 775870. OK, let's have a look at the website, because there's tons, as there always is with Craft Buddy shows. Lots to get your head around and lots to see and lots to enjoy. So if you want to see some of the other dies, we've got a bundle of dies there, the Blossom Die Collection, £25.97 for those 3 sets. They've been very, very popular. The 2 paper pads that we put together for the show, £17.98. They're a reduced price. They're very, very popular at the moment on the website and on the phones. And then we've got bling ribbon, all sorts there. Have a little look at hochanda.com. Right, so we're going to make our fantastic frame
just to show you, this card, it comes packaged like this, OK? So, you know me, I like to show you exactly the score. So, this piece of card has actually been stuck onto the frame. which was a little bit annoying for me.
Right.
So when you peel this off, then what I've done is taken my sanding block and actually gone over this, because if you leave the glue on the base of the frame, you will find that it can show through your paint if you paint it. You see that little bit of glue there?
Yeah.
So if you just take your sanding block and run over this, so that's all I've done with mine, is just run like so. It doesn't damage it at all, but it takes that extra little bit of glue off there.
Okay,
you
good.
see? You can just see how it's darkened up there. You see? So just keep sanding that until it comes off. It doesn't damage it at all. So worth doing that. Then I've painted my frame. So we do have the set of metallics on the show, and I've gone for the gold on mine because it tones really nicely with the cardstock that you're actually getting it in the kit.
Good.
So this is the metallic set, which is lovely. So I've just literally taken my paint and painted over. So we've speeded this up. Also painted up this as well. So the memory, the love, everything in gold, so it all coordinates ready if I want to use them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you do get that in the kit as well.
You do. This is everything you get. So again, you're going to pull these out of here. You've got those accessories. I don't worry about the glue in here because I'm putting my card of photographs into there. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
So all your little pieces. So we've just painted that up. So we've got a head onto it and painted this up. Then you've got all of your little slot-ins here. Okay. So you're getting a sheet, your sheets of card, which is this. Comes. Don't throw this away, because you can use this to cut out photographs to go within it.
Good idea.
So I've actually used this. If I move this to one side, put my photograph down, whatever I wanted, put it around there, literally just drawn around that with a pen, and then trimmed, but trim, so you can see what section of your photograph you want to keep in there. So just literally draw around. And then just trim with your scissors, but trim on the inside of it because it needs to be a little bit smaller. Okay.
Yep.
So use that bit, and
Well, that
then
way you won't see any of the line, either.
yeah. So I've cut this, as you can see. I've cut this one ready, and I've gone a little bit smaller, so just a couple of millimeters down inside. So I picked two photographs. These are, I don't know who they're actually. Paula Pasquale.
Oh yeah.
She gave me them so that I could use them on TV because I don't have many black and white photographs of a certain size. So thank you, Paula. So I've cut these as well. Again, I just trimmed a little bit smaller onto them. So when I've painted the frame, I haven't painted the inside, and it doesn't matter, it's a little bit tatty because you can see those bits. So we can slot all of these in here, decide which order you want them to go in, and then wherever I'm going to put my photos, and I do quite like them to be at these angles here, okay? So I don't need to use these cards in there if I don't want to behind the photos, because you can really not see a great deal of it. There's no point wasting, because these little pieces of card we can use, as I have done here, on creating a card just with two pieces.
I mean, it may be that you're looking at this MDF kit and you're thinking, well, I want to put nothing other than photographs in there. That's what I want to fill it with, and maybe little personal embellishments or something like that. You've got that opportunity. Now, already we're busy for this. The Mdf Photo Display Kit, approaching 10% of a big stock of this has gone. New today, you get all the embellishments, you get the die-cut elements as well for $14.99. Now, the glitter foil card, quickly too, got to update you on that. That's going very fast. I'm not surprised. Non-shed foiled cardstock. It looks like glitter, but actually it's foiling. And you get 100 sheets, 5 of each of the 20 designs, okay? And a third of the stock has gone at $16.99 in minutes. So very popular this morning, very popular.
Okay, so now I'm using my glue, okay, just to hold this in, which is perfectly fine. So once I've decided my layout, I'm just going to take that back out, put the glue in because I want to make sure it's stuck, and press that one in. Same here with my little photos, and press that in, and then I've known that they're all down where I want them to go. Okay,
Lovely.
into there. So we've got all the photographs in place, then we can start to decorate it. Now again, I've taken all the die cuts, and I like to cut in a little bit tighter onto the motifs, okay? So I've cut in here, and if I show you, for example, so if you're not good at cutting, then these are fine to use as they are. But if you take a little look there, I've just trimmed in a little bit tighter, and I think it just looks a little bit more prettier, in my opinion. That's up to everybody at home. So we can shape these, and we can start to build now and decide where we want them to go onto here.
But again, equally, if you don't want to use them on the frame, they're just wonderful to use in your everyday card making too.
Yeah, absolutely. You can use them wherever you want to.
Now, I've got to apologise, we've got 3-minute queues nearly on the phones. That's a lot of you trying to get through. If you could use the website, hochanda.com, you'll bypass the queues there. If you're in the queue, we'll get to you as quickly as we possibly can, but it's well worth the wait if you are going for something in the show. Probably, is it the cardstock you're going for, the new flowers, or maybe this Mdf frame?
I love it when we bring all the new things. It's nice, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to put my craft sheet down because I forgot to put that out. Early mornings, you know.
Tell me about it.
No, we're not good at mornings, are we, Dave? And then we have got the flowers. Now, the flowers, you've got these beautiful colours, yeah? But that doesn't, it will go, but I prefer it to look a little bit more aged with this look, yeah? Yeah. So all we have to do, even with these lovely white flowers, and I've taken the gathered twigs, and I'm just going over these, and it's going to tone that down to make it more vintage, yeah. Now, when you're using these lace flowers, they are absolutely gorgeous. Be aware that one side will have a little bit more white in the stitching. That's because that's the underneath side, okay? Yeah. So the side that has the more beautiful satin colour is the right side. So they look completely different now, as you can see.
Totally different, yeah.
Completely different. So we've got a very different, but we've got a nice soft lemon tone still in the centre of there. So I'm not sure, I might go for these two that I've already coloured one. And there you go, so maybe I'll use those. Now I quite like, we can use the full flower in here. And don't forget we've got our words too. And we can start to build our picture up. Now, it's lovely to have some of the matching colour tones. So you can see I've picked out some of my little flowers in the different colours. So we've got the roses.
Is that from the pastel set? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, pastel set. And the gold actually is from the vibrant.
So that's vibrant, that's pastel.
Yeah, it is a mixture. Now we've also got on the show the beautiful little rosebuds. Now I've brought these back for you. We've only had them on once before. They're really pretty. You get lots of these. You get all the pastel ones together and you get the vibrants. I've put them on the little glasses there so you can see them. Absolutely tons in here, and these match really nicely with those little roses. So it's nice to have a selection of those to bring in. You don't choose,
you get the lot. And it's 10 colours of 25 each. That's 250 little rosebuds for $19.99. If I just show you one of them, because obviously when they're all together, you can't really see them individually that well. Oh, they're so cute.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They are lovely. Each one a little handmade work of art. So you get 250 of them for $19.99. So that's an absolute bargain. And you get both vibrant and pastel together. So they complement actually the brand new bigger buds that you've got today.
Yeah, I think they're a really nice set to work together. Those little rosebuds are never going to go out of fashion. No. Now you're also getting your pack, if I just pour these out, you get a little pack of all these lovely little sequin flowers, but also in there you get little pearls. You see all those little pearls? So these are little goodie packs that you're getting in here. They're amazing. And then you get the smaller sections. I'm just starting to fill in. You get these 2 sets of roses as well. So I like to cut into these so that I've got them individually, and then I can actually build up a little bit more to go around the edge of my frame as well.
I mean, this will make a fantastic gift idea to someone, maybe who's moving house, starting a new life or something like that, or just as a memory of happy times, maybe just had an Easter break with someone and taken lots of photographs.
Newborn babies, new baby frames, whatever you want to put into the frames, you know, whatever you want to do. There's no rules to this. They're just a beautiful frame for you to work with. Now you've got these little paper roses in there as well, so let's just have a look where we're going to put some of the paper roses. I might build those at the side of here, and again use these lovely ones to do little cascades of flowers coming down, and I bring some of the same tones. So I've got creams, like an off yellowy colour. We've got the white. I think the white's a bit too harsh, but we could tone that down. I think the soft pink would go because we can pick up soft pinks. So first of all, I just do a little bit of a layout to see how I want it to look, like so. And then I've got my words to put in there as well, Dave.
Now the rose flowers, the satin rose flowers that are new today, they are on the bottom of the screen right now. Choose between, what do we call them? Pastels
vibrant
or vibrant?
Pastel,
that's
yeah.
it. $19.99 for either or. $11.99 for the 100 satin flower buds. There we are, look. That's 610480. So, oh, they're the ones that are new today, yeah? Right. The other ones were the little ones. So these are the 100, and you get them for $11.99. Choose either vibrant or pastels. They're the big ones. and then the other ones were the smaller ones. We get 250 of them.
So I'm just going to start now using a glue gel and start to put these onto the frame as well. So we've got our lovely little butterflies over this side. I'm going to shape these a little bit and tuck some of these underneath. So this is with this aid of this little one, I'm just building this to climb up there. I've got a blockage in my gel.
Hate it when that happens.
I know.
Now the display kit that we're working on, this fantastic MDF photo frame, approaching 20% of the stock is gone. It's only 20 past 8. So yeah, very busy and very popular. You've got your own ideas as to what you're going to use it for. Is it going to be holiday photographs? Is it going to be old members of the family's photographs like we're doing here? Let us know, tell us what you're going to be using it for.
Yeah, it's been nice to know. I like to know. We're nosy, aren't we? We
are.
like to know what other people are doing. And that's going to go there and it's blocking again. I can feel a skin that's coming on the top of it as I'm working. So
It's the hot lights, probably.
Sometimes they just do, don't they? Come on, play nicely. And then start building up down here. So this is quite simple. I mean, you've got these lovely vintage components with this, if you want to create them this way. Or, as I said, a very different look with the glitter paper. It just looks so different, doesn't it?
I love what you've done in the studio and on the table here in front of us. You've got 3 totally different looks. I mean, Craig's done this one, which is his family. Dawn's done these 2, so you've got like a young, really kind of funky one for a young girl there, and then you've got a very vintage, very historic, very, you know, trip down memory lane idea with this one. So they all look completely different. So you can put your own spin on it, paint them if you want to, cover them with paper if you wish to. It's up to you how you decorate them. Rice paper would be good on there as well.
Yeah, you could do a whole host of different looks with them. I do like the lace in here as well, and I meant to put some of this lace underneath because I think it looks nice, just coming out from underneath these, because we can actually cover some of that pinky colour if we want to, and down here as well. So just bring in my little lace motifs into here.
So we don't really know who these people are then, do we?
I don't know, the Paola's family.
Oh, right. Oh, are they? Her family?
Paola Pasquale, yeah.
I know she gave you the pictures, didn't I? They were her family.
Yeah, they're her family, I think so. Yeah, she gave them to me because obviously you've got to check that people can use photographs on TV. And she said, yeah, it's no problem, take these. So you can see how that's building up. I've got these little roses too, if I want to bring a little bit more into there, but it's just so easy really to do this, Dave. It's not tricky at all. It's just make sure trim your little inserts down, because they do need trimming down a little bit.
And if you're not sure how to lay something out, the trick is to do it without glue first. Do like a dry dummy run before you actually start to stick stuff down, and you can see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, I always do that. Okay, so we've got our little love letters here that we've painted. We've got memory. Now, if you look on one of them, on the card actually, this one here, I used the letters because, of course, it says memory, love and fun, but you can change it. So I used one, if I didn't want to use them, and made mum. That was nice, the leftover ones, yeah.
And again, these are MDF elements, so if you wanted to paint them in gold like Dawn's done, you can do that. But equally, you could use your distress inks on them as well, which makes it look very vintage. But that's some of the cutaway die cuts from the kit used in card form, with a couple of those little fabric flowers on there as well. Now, the glitter foiled card, I've got to warn you about that because that's flying. Shall I go and grab it? Oh, we've got a still for it. We can show you. There we are. It's 100 sheets. 250 GSM, you get 5 of each of the designs, and you get 20 different designs. So 100 sheets for £16.99. Now, bear in mind, 100 sheets of 250 GSM is going to weigh quite a bit. This is only one of each of the sheets you're going to be getting. You're going to get 5 times this quantity. It's delivered to your door without any P&P if you're a Freedom member. So what would that P&P cost you if you were to take it to a post office? That's what I always want to kind of work out. Yeah, it's heavy. Look at these designs. 5 of each of them, and there's no shedding on this at all. It's a foil rather than a glitter, but it gives you the most amazing sparkle. And actually, you could cut those with a little trimmer into little tiles and use them as toppers on cards. That would look lovely.
Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And that one is one of my favourites. That to me reminds me of like an oriental, like bamboo sort of look. Then you've got simple sparkle in the silver. Then you've got the kind of geometric block work. Nearly 60% of this is gone. It's going to sell out this hour, isn't it? £16.99 is your introductory price, £8 saving, and at £24.99 I'm sure it would fly. They look almost like sequins.
Aren't they lovely?
Great saving of
nice.
£8 off. There we are, look, £16.99, and it's on its way. But that's only a fifth of what you're getting. You get 100 sheets for £16.99. So 16 or 17p a sheet it is, isn't it? 17p a sheet. Fab. Pop that over there out of the way.
Yeah, so nice. And then just add in the rest of the letters into here, and I've painted them on here, so we just have to tidy them up a little bit. And then we're just sticking those on. And you can see how lovely this has come together now. So really pretty. Well, I do this, Deb. I don't know if you want to have a look at more detail in the finish frames, because I think it just gives people ideas, because I'm just having to trim the paint off these.
Well, let's have a little look at the one that Craig did. This is Craig's family MDF frame. So if you have a little look there, photographs, I mean, I went to the supermarket the other day to print one photograph off. 7x5 it was, 60p.
No, it's crazy.
You do it on your phone, it's incredible. So if you've got lots of family photographs that you've taken recently, or maybe at Christmas or last summer holiday or whatever, you can print them off for very, very inexpensive amounts these days. And you can choose which size you do them in, and then they fit into this frame beautifully. The next one, this is one that Dawn did with a more kind of a young twist to it, like a little princess. There we are, look, she's dressing up. But it's really funky, really fun, painted in silver, a little bit of that foiled card going on in the background as well. There's the word love, which has been decorated with glitter, so you can make it as funky and as kind of dreamy as you wish. And then the last one here, which is like a version of what we're doing at the moment, more vintage, in that antique gold, and again, black and white photographs, some of those fantastic flowers that we've got in the show as well, in either the vibrance or the pastels. Choice is yours. They just look fantastic. And you can even put ornaments and objects in there. It could be that you've got maybe, I don't know, your child's first tooth or something like that you can put in there.
Anything.
Little files or vials or something.
Or do it all based on fairies, you know. You could have a fairy one, can't you, if your little girl likes fairies, and put photographs of fairies in there. There's just so many possibilities. It's giving you that really beautiful quality. It's a lovely quality of MDF frame that you then are just going to decorate up to whichever style you want. You do get the vintage style with it, so if you want to do exactly what I'm doing, that's what your kit will enable you to do. If not, use all of those pieces to actually create cards, or use them as I've done on the little MDF. We do have the MDF back in stock, Dave, as well, though. That's
right,
just
these MDF
you.
plaques. Let me just show you that. There are the plaques. Now these are in different sizes. You've got rectangular, you've got hearts, circles, squares and ovals. If I just hold them up for you, you get 4 of each of these designs, and they've all got drilled holes in them. So if you wanted to hang them with rope or ribbon or whatever you wanted to do, you could actually link them together if you wanted to make like a plaque on the wall. That would look lovely. So there's your ovals, there's your rectangles, there's your hearts, there are your circles, and finally you've got your squares. And it was one of those squares that Dawn used, of course, to decorate in front. Just show you. This one here is that square there. See? So you can do all sorts with it. Put a photograph on it, decorate it, paper it, paint it, whatever you want to do. 4 of each. There's 20 plaques for £15.99. So that's about 80p a plaque it works out to.
Well, there you go. I'm quite happy with that. I might actually just add a few little gems. If I wanted to bring gems in, and we've got the little pearls in the kit, all I've done on mine is just done 3 little dots like so. Oh, and do you know what I use for this? I use the Crystal Art pickup pencil.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't bring it with me because this is much easier to do with those. So, if not, a little bit of Dawn Bibby DNA onto there.
It's worth a lot of money, that. Dawn Bibby DNA.
Don't know about that. And then you've got to be the right way around, like so. Just press onto that, and we can just add those little pearls. And this is with my glue, of course. We do have my glue with the fine tip as well, and they can just pop onto there.
Now, I don't know how much of this foiled card we had. 70% of the stock of it has gone.
Wow.
Remember, this is only a fifth of what you get, because you get basically 5 sheets of everything, and what Dawn's done is she's just selected all of those 20 designs to show you. So you get 5 of each of these. Look at that.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They are gorgeous.
So I'm hoping we're going to have some left for the next show. I've got lots of demos done in there.
I don't know whether there will be.
Okay.
Could be a problem.
It is lovely. We're going to use it next demo.
Okay, right.
Get it in.
Get it in
there you go. There's your memory frame. Really is lovely though. I've really enjoyed playing with these and creating very different looks. So this one, again, vintage style. We could bring a little bit more lace into this. We could add some die cuts into it. We could create whatever style we wanted to do. It could be for new baby, it could be for young and funky, it could be fairies, it could be superheroes, it could be whatever. Whatever you like to do.
$14.99, it's brand new today, and it's amazing value when you consider you get not only the MDF frame, but you get all the die cuts and you get all those embellishments, which you can choose to use on the frame or use in another way. It's up to you. The website's got everything that's available from Craft Buddy, even things that aren't on the show. If it's in stock, you can order it and they'll get it out to you as quickly as possible. We've got dies there as well that have been hugely popular in the past at $25.97. Remember, we've got those 2 crafting paper pads back. They sold out individually earlier. You can get 2 sets for $17.98, the Sparkling Moments crafting papers, and of course they complement the dies that we had in last week's show. So if you've got those and you want to stock up on the papers, now's the time to do it. But all of that on the website hochanda.com. Here we've got though the frame, the MDF frame. And this is how it comes. It's untreated, so if you want to paint it or cover it with papers or rice papers, whatever you want to do is up to you. But inside here, you've got all of these little packets of embellishments. So you've got little beads. You've also got a little hook which you can, of course, hammer into the back of the frame to hang it on the wall. You've also got down here the Memory and Love in MDF. You've got little butterflies, a little flat-backed pearls, sparklers, and also some ribbon down the bottom there as well. So it's really full of all sorts of things. And then you've got your die cut sentiments here. Well, I say sentiments, they're toppers really. You've got your butterflies and your frames, and over here you've got your background elements, which you need to trim down a little bit, but they will fit into the recesses on the MDF frame. So it's $14.99 for the whole thing. And it may well be that you are looking at this thinking, well, I don't necessarily want the vintage look. I want something a bit more modern, a bit more contemporary. That's fine. Decorate that in however you want, and then use these other bits for other projects or other cards, or give them to other people. Okay, let's have a little wander down the counter to show you what else we have available. Now, these brand new flowers are proving very, very popular. This is one of the heart, wonderful, wonderful heart MDF shapes that Craig has actually done here. He's decorated this. And these are the vibrant flowers. They're brand new today, using also the dragonfly die that was on the show last week. Have we got the dragonfly die in the show today? We have, haven't we? Yeah, it is down the counter. We'll show you that in a minute. But this is just $11.99 for your pastels or your vibrants, and you get a total of 100 of those flowers. So that's your vibrants, and look at those colours. They're great. Those are the colours you get. All of those, 10 packs of 10 colours. Then we have the vibrants. They're the vibrants, and the pastels are still in the lead. Here you've got beautiful shades of pink, turquoise, teal, yellow, lavender, grey, white, cream, like a bronzy colour, and then a salmon pink. All of those. Again, you get 100 in total for just £11.99. Then we have the next lace flowers. Now, these have actually got, for the first time, coloured centres in them. And Dawn showed you how you can actually ink them with distress inks to make them look more vintage. Or if you prefer them to be fresh and white and clean like that, that's absolutely fine. You get all of these, the whole bundle. There are the biggest ones. There are 80 in total of the lace flowers for £15.99, and you get 8 designs. There we go, look, for £15.99. 888 911. Then the card, quickly, while it's still in stock, we'll try and see if we can use this in the demo in a second with Dawn. This gives you a better idea as to the quantity that you're getting. You're getting this plus that. That's your 100, okay? 100 sheets of A4 glitter foil card. We're nearly limited stock on that now at $16.99. If you want it, get it now, because it may not be here in the later show. Okay? Then we've got some dies here for you as well. Now, this is a new bundle of dies. Let's show you these quickly while we're here, and I'll show you some finished samples as well. You've got these beautiful blossoms just here. You've then got these three, all three of them together for $25.97. And to give you an idea of what you can do with them, it cuts fabric, of course, as well, felt. That cuts felt very, very well. Here we've got, look at this one. And all of this works together beautifully. The branches are coming up in a second, actually, because they work so well with these. There's an MDF plaque with that butterfly and dragonfly. That's coming up in a minute as well in die form. Here we've got some more of those finished cards. So that's using the first triple die set you can see on the left, and then also using the die in the middle, in the centre of the flowers. And then you've also got the little sprigs that you can see there as well. So all of that, all three of those dies are actually used on that one card. Beautiful. Then we go to our Twigs and Ferns. Our Twigs and Ferns, which are these just here. So these, again, tie in well, very well actually, with those last flower dies we just showed you. Now, we haven't got much in the way of stock of these. These have been very popular in the past. We're now limited stock on these. If you look at the top flower and the bottom flower, actually, you can see how they've been used to great effect, the ferns and the twigs. And there we go. These have been on air before. These were on air last week. £8.99, limited stock, 469007 if you want those. They come together. Really handy, really useful dies. There's the first one. And there is the second. And then finally, I did promise you that the, oh, just the first one, beg your pardon, just that one, okay. The twigs die, so that's £8.99. The second one is the fern, okay, so it's twigs first, fern is separate. Sorry, I thought they were together, okay. So here's the fern that is separate. So there's the three. So that's £12.99, 876921, okay. And then down the end, we've got the butterfly and the dragonfly as well. So you've seen both the dragonfly and the butterfly. They're separate again, but the butterfly first of all, there's your butterfly, and it's two dies. So you've got basically the large and then the small. So that's your butterfly. And that's 412842, £13.99, and then the dragonfly as well. You have the large and the small again. There's your dragonfly, and that's what Craig was using on the Heart MDF a few minutes ago. £13.98, 348428. And showing you just quickly some finished cards. There we go. So there's the dragonfly with the trail. There's your large and your small dragonfly. And then the butterfly as well. Just to show you, there we go. Look, beautiful, aren't they? And the other butterfly actually embosses as well. The smaller butterfly embosses, the bigger butterfly has got the cutting sections in it. And you can, of course, use the outside cutting edge to create a background that they've done in orange foil, which looks beautiful. There's the embossed smaller one, and there's the die-cut larger one. So the dragonfly is on the screen, the butterfly if you want that. £13.99 for the dragonfly, and I think it's the same price, is it, for the butterfly? £13.99? We'll put it up on the screen for you. Here comes the butterfly. There's your butterfly on the bottom. £13.99, 412842. Okay. And the last one, now I think this is this is brand new, isn't it, this selection. It's a new bundle that's been put together of all of these fantastic blingy sparklers. Have a little look at these. Now, this is everything, very popular in the past individually, but we've actually put it together as a new bundle. So what you've got here are like lozenge sparklers. They're all clear, so you can easily, with your alcohol pens, colour them into whatever colour you wish, or if you just prefer to keep them clear, that's entirely up to you. So you've got 119 elements here, including these self-adhesive gems that you can see at the end. So you've got all of these, all self-adhesive. You've then got all of these flat-back gems here. I mean, this always reminds me of like the top of a carousel at a fairground. I'll just hold that up so you can see it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Faceted. There we go, look. And you've got leaves here. You've got rounds that have got, again, patterns on them. Now, all these are clear, and some of them are AB. That's AB, that particular one, so you can see hints of colour coming from it. But they can all be coloured to whatever colour you wish with your alcohol markers if you want to use them that way. £14.99, £5 off, so 25% saving. This is a new today bundle, and you've even got some silk flowers there and ribbon as well at the back. The whole thing, £14.99, 962304. And actually, if you look at the peacock there, that kind of shows you how you can colour the clear stones in to make them look a different colour. There we go, look. Really effective, isn't it? And the tree at the top as well. Show you that one quickly. There we go. So again, you can colour the centre of those if you want to with your alcohol pens. 119 elements for just £14.99 for the whole lot. That's going to fly now. We've shown it to you live. 962304. It is flying. Okay. Now the glitter foil. Let's remind you of that quickly. The glitter foil card, if you want that. It's gone, it's sold out. Can we get any more? Tune into Dawn's next show to find out if we can, but at the moment, every single one of those bundles has gone at £16.99. Congratulations if you got the last one. 775870.
Well, if Dino's watching, maybe he'll email the gallery, email the buyers for us and let them know.
Absolutely. Hopefully we've got more stock.
Yeah, because I'm going to use it now.
Okay.
So well done if you've got yours. Okay, we're going to use the MDF plaques, okay?
Right.
So your MDF plaques, you have got 5 different shapes then. You've got this square, which is this one.
Yep.
You've also got the oval. You've got the rectangle. You've got the heart. And finally, you have the circle. So I had these cut all so that they would mat perfectly on 6x6 papers. If you have my paper pack, they're going to work with those. But we're going to use the square. The square and the circle are my favourites, I must say. And I'm going to mat with this beautiful glitter paper. It is amazing. It's rather lovely. So I'm going to use my glue. Okay, and I really could do with a glue that doesn't have the nozzle on because I need it a little bit thicker. The glue's on the show. This is an amazing glue. If you haven't tried it already, please do take a chance on it because everybody that has gone for this has just said
it's
they've
got
fallen in love
amazing
with it.
5-star reviews on the website. It really has. So if you want to try it, maybe your glue is letting you down at the moment, give this a go, see what you think. I think it'll be one over.
Even some of the best-selling glues, people are downing and going to this one because it's a 3-second grab, a 10-second hold. It works on glitter card, foil card, mirror card, parchment, acetate, all those tricky surfaces.
MDF.
And MDF, you can use it for so many more things. So I'm using it here on the MDF. I'm using it as like a flat decoupage glue so that I can stick my paper and card onto here. I'm a messy crafter. I just go straight in with my fingers, as you can see.
This is a great tip and a great way of putting glue on without getting it oozing out the sides, because that's what normally happens when you put paper on.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to put that down onto that. Only 14 minutes left.
I know. Where's it going?
Oh, my goodness. I know I've got loads of demos planned. What happens? And then that's going to go down onto there. Okay, and it cleans up with water and it also dries clear.
Right,
okay.
Good.
So we can simply just trim away the rest of it, but I always go around on the MDF with my little sanding block because I prefer it just to be a little bit more professional, especially if you're making and selling or you're giving them as gifts. You want people to be impressed by the workmanship, don't you?
Well, it's very difficult to get a professional edge without using a sanding block, but when you do, you kind of think to yourself, why didn't I think of that before? It's such a great, easy way of doing it.
Well, it just pushes the paper down and it gives you a fine, neater side to it.
Yeah.
And that takes away any of the extra glue as well. I do tend to normally leave it for a few minutes just for the glue to set properly, but we're just going to go straight in with this because we've got little time left. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know this little girl's name. This is Isla, who is my great niece. It's her big sister. And I don't know if it's Hayden. I can't remember. Yeah, Hayden. I think it's Hayden. I'm not sure though.
Is she watching?
No, thank goodness. But I know they might be recording it. My sister Julie will be recording it because she's at work. But she's a cutie. She really is. So we're just going to go around the edge of this. So it takes a couple of minutes to get it nice and neat. But can you see the difference, Dave?
Yeah, really professional.
And when I see MDF that's just been snipped around with scissors, I want to get my sanding block out and always go around it.
It always looks a little bit ragged.
Yeah.
A bit
and this just finishes it off. Yeah. So I said to Zeno, we need to get some sanding blocks like this. But I know crafters do a good one, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And you'll check that on the website if you want to. Crafters Companions, shop by brand, and you'll see some sanding blocks there from them. Okay. It's a good idea if you can get some. Yeah,
so we've taken all that off there now. See, that's all the little furry bits. That's the paper just coming off and a little bit of the edge of the MDF, which makes it neater, okay? So that took 2 minutes to do. And then I've matted this, so you get the silver in there, you get the pink, so I've matted those, and we're going to twist them at a different angle. Okay. So let's just have a look. Now, one thing to do, if you want to hang this up, is to just pop through from the back for your holes, and we're going to use the lovely shimmer ribbon to thread through there afterwards to give us our little hanging areas there. And then let's have a look at this photo. So I thought we can go either at different angles, like so, you see, so we've got it a little bit funky, or we can keep it nice and neat and stay within the perimeters.
What do you reckon, funky?
I might go neat actually, because I'm going to put the lovely flowers on.
Well, now these MDF boards, you're loving these, $15.99, over 20%'s gone, you get 20 plaques, so it's about 80p a plaque. And you know, if you make these up and you sell them, you could sell them at
they're sold out nearly every time we brought them to you. They are really lovely quality and they just give you that wonderful finish. If you're making and selling, perfect, but perfect gifts as well for Mother's Day, for you know, for Father's Day, for birthdays, for 21st, for little shops or for keep out of, you know, kids' rooms.
They're a really good size as well. If you wanted to hang them maybe on the side of a cabinet in the kitchen or something like that, they're the perfect size to do something like that.
So I've gone for a funky angle there, okay, and then we're going to start to stick the flowers down. So again, these flowers are absolutely beautiful. I've fallen in love with them. Now what you might find is, because how these are produced is in a run, so these ones have been cut for us, but you might just see little bits on the edges of them that, you know, I'm a bit pernickety, so I just use my scissors and just trim those bits off if I see them around the edge of there. So I love this set because you've got the pink, and again just check at the back, you see that's got a little bit of white in the centre, so this is the right side. So you just need to be aware. Now I've used the fern die and actually cut some of the ferns in the glitter paper again, so the matching colours of glitter, because I just felt like it needed a little bit more with this. So I've gone with the ferns, and just we can start to build those underneath. So there's no reason why we can snip in, make it a bit smaller.
The fern die is only £12.99, and you get 3 dies in that set, remember, for that price, which is really good. And the twigs also available. That's also a very popular one too. And that was limited stock, wasn't it? Yeah.
So let's just see. Yeah, so you can see where I'm getting now. So I'm creating my cascades of flowers coming down the edge. Now also on the show day, I've brought my flowers back. Now these are my crystal flowers, but this time I've put them in colour groups.
Okay.
So you actually get 4 bags like this. You're getting 4 bags, 1 of each of the shapes of colours. And these, all of those are what's on here. So you get that amount in all 4 flower shapes onto there. So all of those flower shapes, and that's your colour choices if you don't mind holding that one up.
So you get basically all of them in one colour. You choose which colour you want.
Exactly.
Okay, so we get pink, which lilac, plum, gold, clear, turquoise, AB clear,
cerise.
Cerise. So that will be that one there, would it? Is that cerise?
Yeah, it's actually just a slightly toned down cerise, so it's not bright cerise, like a dusky pink one.
Okay,
so
you choose and you get 4 packs for £10.49 in the colour of your choice.
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent.
So what I've done now is I have cut off the edges of that where it was overlaying, and then I'm going to go back now with my glue and start laying down the little ferns around here. So I'm just going to pop those to come like that. So I've done 2 colours in the ferns.
Are you going to give this to her?
Yeah.
She'll love it.
Yeah, I've said to Julie that they can have these. Once we've sold them, they can actually have the samples. She said, are you sure you don't want them hanging in your house? I said, do you know how many things I've got hanging in my house already? So, but they're just lovely. They're lovely little gifts, and kids would love these for their own bedrooms, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll love to make them for their own bedrooms, I think. They're just such a fun thing to do.
And with the MDF shapes, remember, you're getting 4 of each of them. They always tend to sell out, so if you do want to get hold of them, remember you're getting a combination of rectangles, circles, ovals, and also hearts and squares as well. 20 of them. They're on the bottom of the screen for £15.99, so yeah, they do have a habit of going, so they're still there at the moment.
Okay, so just another little one down here. And then I'm going to go for a little bit heavier glue to put the fabric flowers on to there, because then it will soak into the fabric and just grip a little bit better. And then our little flowers just create our cascades. And then I'm going to add some of the little crystal gems in as well.
Lovely.
There, and this is playing up with me again. Another one down here. Like so. And then my little crystals, I've gone for the AB because I think this reflects really nicely all of the little sparkles in the glitter paper. Yeah. So we can just add.
And the AB goes with anything, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, and also, you know, if you colour AB with your solvent-based pens, it still looks AB. It still looks incredible. So I do love just these little ones, and I gave you more of the little ones, so you can tuck those under everything.
Excellent.
Just another little one there. And look how pretty that is now coming together.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really pretty. And then all we've got to do is put the ribbon through the top. And we've got the shimmer ribbon. This is a lovely shimmer ribbon. I think just the white with this one. We've got the pink though. But, oh, I don't know what you think. Pink or white?
Oh, pink.
Shall we go in the pink? Little girls like pink, don't they?
Yeah, why not?
So the shimmer ribbon is beautiful. It has tiny dots of sparkle, iridescent sparkle. And you've got the gorgeous lilac. You have the peach. You have, I left my colour card here last time, Dave, I don't know where they went. You've got the pink, you've got the blue, I left it on the shelf. The blue, you've got the cream, you have the salmon, you also have the yellow and the white, and they all have this incredible sparkle.
Now this is the bling ribbon kit for obvious reasons, and it's $18.99. £4 off, and you get 40 metres in total. Plus you get the little caddy that's got the hole in the box so you can thread it through so it doesn't get knotted.
Yeah, and then all I use, I'm going to use this one. Now this perky tool, it comes in the AB gems, which are lovely. They're on the show as well today, and these are the smaller gems that I was hoping to use in the next demo, but I don't think we're going to get it done. I think we're going to have to
save it for the next show.
Come back at the next show.
When's your next show?
11.
11 o'clock, okay, cool.
11 o'clock today, yeah. So just poke it through the back, tie it in a knot, and then just cut it to the size and pull that back through. That's all you have to do on these, like so. And if you wanted to back the back of it as well, if it was hanging in a window or something, then just stick the ribbon down flat on the back. Okay, so stick your ribbon down flat with some red liner tape, something like that, and then you can do it that way. So this will just take me a few seconds to do this. So,
well, I'll remind you of the details if you want the ribbon, and also the MDF as well. If you do want the MDF, that's, remember, was it $16.99 for the MDF? I think it was. $15.99, beg your pardon. Okay, and it's 20 pieces of MDF. Good quality MDF as well. Circles, hearts, rectangles, and squares as well, and ovals too. 4 of each, so if you want to stack them together or link them together with ribbon, you can do, or just treat them singularly. Over 40% is gone. If you do make to sell, then these are going to be a great thing to invest in, because they look fantastic when they're done, whether they're modern, traditional, old-fashioned, or whatever you want to do with them. $15.99 for those, 128, 129. And also an update on the embellishment set for you. We've got a picture to show you of that. If you want these embellishments, here they come. They're the MDF. There's the embellishments. So if you want all of those, approaching 30% of the stock gone on this, you get the lot. You get the ribbon, all those flat back gems, you get satin flowers, and of course all of your adhesive gems you can see on the strips at the top there. $14.99, very busy indeed for those. And you can keep them plain or AB, and of course you can colour them if you want to too.
okay, so I don't know if you want to show that, yeah. Now, let me see. I've got a mega quick demo if you want to get a mega quick demo in, or you want to have a look.
We've got a couple of minutes, so yeah, we could do another mega quick one.
Mega, okay. This is using those beautiful lace flowers again, because I just think they're so worthwhile, and using the gems, carrying on with these lovely floral gems.
And these are the yellow ones.
Yeah, so this is the golden colour one here, and they are just so lovely. So I'm using a white pearl card. Okay, and I'm using some of the gorgeous lace, but what I've also done...
The dies.
Yeah, I've used my blossom dies here. Now, I've used my blossom dies so that we can use them, and I've cut them in white pearl to actually match the cards. So the card's a white pearl card, and the dies are actually in white pearl. So it's just going to give us sort of a look of embossed detail underneath them. Yeah?
Yeah, beautiful.
So I'm just going to scatter these across. Now the great thing with the blossoms, and we've put them in a pack for you with the fabulous stamen. These stamens are amazing. You see the stamens?
They come with this die, and they work inside the flower or separate.
They do. But these look great as well, just scattered on the background of our card as well. You see how lovely they are? And these, of course, I use in the centre of flowers. I'm going to show you that in the next hour. So we're just going to add a few of those underneath, like so. I've done my birthday here, and I've cut this in the glitter card, and I've drop shadowed it, and see how quick we can do this. So we're just going to add birthday across there, and then I'm going to go in with these fabulous flowers.
This is so quick and simple, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just want quick cards, don't you? But it looks good.
It does look good. Very good.
And then that's going to go at the bottom. We're going to have another one.
And those lace flowers, by the way, in the different colour centres. First time they've done that with a coloured centre. 80 of them for $15.99. And also we've got our different coloured floral gems, which Dawn's using as well. They're on the website too. Anything that's in your basket, if you could check it out, please, that would be great, because that confirms your order. We've got no more stock of the glitter foiled card. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, 11 o'clock. Dawn will be back with more demonstrations and more goodies for you, so make sure you join her then if you can. Anything else you fancy in the show, including the MDF frame, check the website, hochanda.com. I'll see you at 10. This is what's coming up. Yes, we've got the aqua tint markers. It's our one-day special. Lovely Sheena and lovely Leonie are here in a minute. Then it's the Quilters Trading Post. I'll see you for that at 10 o'clock. And then Dawn, as we said, is back with more at 11 o'clock with Dawn Bibby Creations. See you later.
Welcome to the newest exciting way to shop here at Hochanda, Craft Price Drop. Tune in for your favourite craft brands at absolutely incredible low prices. Make sure to get in early before the quantity reaches zero and the price locks. You've got to be in it to win it. Everybody pays the lowest price.
Do you realise it was a year ago that we sat here and told everyone we were joining Hochanda?
I know, and hasn't it been amazing?
Put it out with me, mate. It's our Miss Paula. Hello, dear. Hello. Thank you, babe.
Strike that post. Go on.
A solid pattern in the center, so you can stamp it in the center. Beautiful, beautiful base dice.
And we have our evening stroll. Come on, Jodie. Here we go. Take my arm. There we go. We're going to go straight.
We're just dancing.
We've got a special event just for you, full of some of your favourite products and some brand new ones.
I'll be kicking off the celebrations on the 5th of April at 6 p.m. with the Tim Holtz glass media mat and the travel stamp platform.
Throughout the event, I'm going to be introducing the Kaleidoscope Weekend Wow, micromists, confetti glitter and brand new flower apertures. As a thank you to all of you who have joined us on Hochanda over the year, we're going to be doing something extra special. For all of you who are not Freedom members, with our special promo code TONIC1, we will be giving you a bonus month's membership. And for all of you who are already Freedom members, you will have the opportunity to claim a bonus gift worth at least £6.97.
As well as that, you will also have the opportunity to win a dream day at Hochanda, where you can craft along with myself and Jodie.
So join us for our first anniversary from 6 p.m. on the 5th of April, only on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome. It's marvellous to have your company, especially as it's that time of day. One day special. We've got a really good deal, but we've got our fabulous Sheena in the building. Morning, love.
Morning, Leonie.
How are you doing today?
I'm chipper. Are you chipper?
I'm chipper.
Chickadee boo.
Do you know what? Today feels like Friday.
Is it? I don't know what day it is.
Well, it isn't. It's
is it not?
It's because it's my last day. So I've got a Friday feeling on me.
Yeah. I'll have more for one tomorrow.
Because it'll be Friday. Anyway, that's utterly irrelevant. Our Sheena, as ever, brings us some incredible one-day specials now. As this seems to be a bit of a thing at the minute, we've got a one-day special that has been busy, but the other one's been busier. But we need to talk about the one-day special first. Now, these are aqua tints. What you're getting with this deal, you're getting all four, but actually with the one-day special, you're only paying for 3 packs. So you're saving a massive £12.99. You've got 2 flexi-buys, £19.49, brand new, launched just yesterday, 260, 263. However, what's been the busiest, and this is a thing, because this is what we've been doing of late, that's your one day special. However, we have got 3 extra packs. You can get the whole lot. Now, the actual saving from here, that comes across, and then you get an extra saving. So when it says a saving of £8, that's on top of the saving you would have made with your one day special, which is £12.99, remember. So it's a huge saving for the full collection. And your first flexi-buy is just £34.97. Which is brilliant, because your ODS, your one day special, is actually, in total, is it £38? £38. So there you go. Oh yeah, bottom of your screen, love. So, now that has been the busiest. The biggie has been the busiest. If you would like that one, it is 153986. That's your item number. 60? We're already approaching 60% of the stock, only launched yesterday, brand new. Right, that's what you're getting. What are they? Aqua tints. I remember aqua tints.
Loved aqua tints.
And the bottles.
I launched aqua tints in
yes,
the bottles.
you did.
And my team, tell you what we did was we got aqua tints and we all sat around the table. Me and the design team. It was fabulous. It was happened to correspond with a retreat.
Yeah.
And we said, what do we love to do on cards? What do we want? We want to full bleach. We want to blend with, you know, glycerin. We want to make fabulous salt backgrounds on. Use cling film. All the things that, as crafters, we want a colouring product to do everything.
Yeah.
We didn't want to lose anything. And you know what? They did everything.
Yes.
The only difference was they were in jars and they were pipettes, so they were a little bit more difficult to manage.
Yeah.
Whereas now
they were very free flowing.
They were very free flowing. Yes. So now they're back in a fantastic delivery system, same as the sparkle pens. So all that great, all the good things you can do with them, you can still do, but they're portable, they're manageable.
Okay.
You can, and they've got the brush attached.
Yeah,
so
which is really handy. So I'm going to be really naughty.
Do you want to be the
devastate?
Yeah,
shall I?
Yeah, see that.
Stop devastating the
it was pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
I'm worried for it.
Stop, honey, stop. Right, so exactly the same delivery system as your sparkle pen.
Sparkle pen.
So the aqua's obviously used to come in the little pot. If you remember, if you're brand new, maybe you've just joined us, they're really nice fluid ink. They're a water-based ink. So obviously, all those techniques you said, you can do with this pen.
That's exactly it. That's what we want to do. All of the backgrounds, the bleach, the full bleaching, and they lend themselves to larger surface areas than, say, the aqua pens.
Yes.
We'll talk to you about that, because we had lots of people asking about that.
Obviously.
You know, we've got the aqua pens and all fabulous products, which is why I love to use them. I bring them on the shows. But they're just a joy to use if you like to do techniques and background.
Yeah, these are the ones. We are going to talk, obviously, if you've questions, we're going to go through the pens, what they do, why they're different, all the different techniques you can do. But if you've got questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. Now, the colours, these are the colours. So this is your one day special, first of all. So starting from the top, you've got your summertime. Now, with the colours, a lot of these are going to match your sparkle pens.
They reflect the palette of the sparkle pen.
Wonderful.
That's exactly what we based it on, because then you know exactly what you get. If you're familiar with sparkle pens, and of course these work great with your sparkle pens, mix and use them together. I was showing yesterday, I had matte background, matte like pastel versions of the aquas, but then if you want to have a little bit of sparkle bling for your focal point, that's where you bring your sparkle pens in, so you can use it appropriately for whatever you're composing.
And you can see with this one, you know, you've got that incredible background with the tint, but then you've got a little bit of sparkle, and it does really allow you to play. So if you're not into the sparkle, that's really important.
That's it, because sparkle, I don't always want the sparkle. I don't always, which is, you know, and that's fine. But then you might want to be selective on where you want it to sparkle too.
Exactly. And you can see, so when we're looking at these, I mean, it's all about the backgrounds, obviously, but it's all about colouring in your main image still.
That's
but
right.
For backgrounds, these are amazing.
Look at the intensity of that colour.
That is just so rich.
That is so strong, so rich, so powerful, gorgeous colours there. And that's what you're going to get with the aqua tints.
But the other end at scale, it can be really blended.
Really, really pretty, really blended. That's stamping with them. We have a technique book, Leona, which is amazing. The technique book. We'll do a little bit of playing first and show you the technique book.
Amazing.
So you'll see, and that's it. And there's more techniques all the time we're thinking of.
And that's honestly, they keep on giving, don't
they? Do,
so
absolutely.
That's your one-day special. You saw the colours there. The colours that you're getting for your extras, you've got, and you'll recognise these. If you've got your sparkle pens, immediately you'll be like, oh yeah, those ones. So you've got your glitz and your glam. You've got your perfect pastels and your metallics. Obviously, the metallics are a base colour. They haven't got a metallic sheen that you normally think of, but they work with the metallics from the sparkle pens. It's the same colour palette.
Exactly right, Leonie.
Amazing, amazing. And again, I love that. I saw that earlier. That's such a beautiful
pretty
card.
and such a simple technique. In fact, I did this at 8 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
So if you watch it on repeat, you'll see that. And just stamped and embossed with white embossing powder and then coloured in. But the background, that really pale, subtle, gorgeous, diffused background is created with these two. So it just shows how you can use them, different techniques.
Beautiful. Now look at that. Look at that. And in fact, if I do it properly, there you go. Look at the colour.
It's just a colour fest, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can make pastels out of any colour, but you can't put the colour back.
Yeah.
You can make any colour grungy, but you can't put the bright back.
Yes.
So this is why you want these intense, bright, gorgeous colours. I love. So do I. I love that card. Who made that? Gotta see who made this card. Who was it? Oh, it's a mystery card.
No name. Email in if you're watching and you're on the team and you did that one. Will you please let us know so we can write your name on back and give you the credit, because that is lovely.
Isn't it amazing?
The shading on that is phenomenal.
Just the black pen.
Yeah.
So look at what you're doing. You can do monochrome with any of the pens that in the set.
Yeah.
Just the black. That looks really, really cool.
Stunning,
isn't it?
Okay, if you want this, remember you're making your £12.99 saving. You've then got an extra £8 saving on the full lot, which brings that price right down. And then you've got 2 flexi buys as well. £34.97. A really good saving. It's not just £8, it's that £12.99 that's been carried over as well. Now, if you'd love this collection, it is 153986, and that has been the busy collection. It's been flying out the door. Now, we have had the sparkle pens as well. With the sparkle pens, obviously, this is where the palette corresponds particularly well with. You have got, again, we've got some choices here. So, you could go for your 4 sets of pens, but you're actually buying 3. You're only paying for 3, getting 4 delivered, because you're saving £12.99 again. Now, if you'd like to go for that collection, it's 676204. However, we've got the big one, so we have got that huge bundle. So we've got all those gorgeous sparkle pens, including your pastels, your seasons, your glitz, your metallics, for just $64.94. So that, again, you're saving the £12.99. That's been carried over. You then getting an extra saving of £13, which is really good, isn't it? So effectively, you're paying for the ones on the top, but the extra 2 that you see there, they're almost they're a bonus. Incredible, incredible value for money. 887326, that's your item number. If you fancy having a look at anything else, now we've got some lovely stamps by Sheena. They're on the website. We've got the card stock. That's all on the website. Gilding Wax as ever, so do check that out. It is hochanda.com. All right then, Sheena.
Well, should we start? Should we start at
the beginning?
Start at the very beginning. A very good place to start, Leonie. So this is what your pen's going to look like.
Okay.
Yeah, as Leonie give you a sneaky peek there when we're talking through them. But what you'll notice is there's a band here. Look, a band. What's that about? That there is the same as the sparkle pens. What it's going to do is stop this bit piercing this bit, which is sealed where all the colour is. So this is not going to leak. It's not going to leak in travel. You know that you've got a brand new pen. This little bit inside there, that little bit there, that will actually pierce this once you decide to then screw this together, and make sure you screw it right up so they meet up perfectly, and then it says just push, so you don't even have to shake these ones.
Oh yeah, no shaking required.
No shaking required, yeah.
No glitter to activate.
No, so all you do is just squeeze until you see it starting to come through and reach the actual bristles at the end. So if you just keep going. Now, the thing is with TV, I always usually try to squeeze a bit too much to get it through a bit quicker. But
because normally,
can you see?
Normally you're nice and gentle.
Nice and gentle, yeah. But you think, come on, about time.
Yeah.
But it's just on TV. It all seems an eternity, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does on salad.
Absolutely. And look at how gorgeous that colour is.
That is beautiful.
But this is what we love, is because the water based. Then you just keep adding water and adding water water, and then so any of these colours, you just keep adding the water, become pastel versions of whatever you want, and you just
they are so fluid.
They are so fluid. They're so easy to use, and because it's the brush, you can manage how much liquid you release from the brush. You're like me when we're doing backgrounds with this kind of brush. I can give them a bit of a squeeze so I can cover a larger area, and then use my Royal and Lanicle brushes. So you can see, but you've got a fine, gorgeous, fine, real brush nib to thicker, and you've got that gorgeous.
So for your brush lettering, they'll be beautiful.
Perfect for your brush lettering, absolutely. And what I love is they dry to that really lovely, almost chalky finish. It's a flat finish. It's not got any sheen to it whatsoever. And then
of course,
this
is the thing, isn't it? Because we're used to sparkle pens in that delivery system. It's quite unusual to see the matte finish, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
And
it's lovely, and it is nice because I think, from an arty perspective, you can be selective with the reflection. I like that. Should we do a quick demonstration and then show you the technique book?
Yes, please.
So this is a tree stamp, one of my tree stamps. I love this stamp because the stamps that have quite a bit of line work but not solid are great for this technique because you want them to hold colour.
Beautiful.
So what I'm going to do is let's do this autumnal set here. These three here. So what I've got is an orangey, gorgeous orangey colour, which I'm going to scribble over parts of the foliage here. Not all of it, just bits, just randomly.
And literally scribbling on. The lovely thing is they're a water-based pen, so not going to ruin your stamps. Going to be able to wash them out easily.
Oh, easier than inks because they really do just release. As soon as you add a bit of water, that's it. They're done.
And because they have got that really nice soft brush, that is dead easy. You know when we talk about the variations between your aqua pens.
Yes.
See, that soft brush, that allows you to whip over in no time, doesn't it?
It does. And because they're wetter than your pens, you don't have to worry about it drying as quickly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm using the brenner just to pick out some of the branches in there, but of course it's not it's not an exact science. They're going to have bits where one bit merges into the other, and that's the fun bit about this technique. I pop a little bit of green at the base there over the brown. They're going to mix, so that's fine, and then take my tree and I'm going to then stamp it like that.
Beautiful.
And then you've got all that colour in there.
Yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous.
When I get a round brush, I can firstly let's ground it and make that.
Have you just dampened it? Just
dampened
slightly?
It slightly. Hardly any water, Leonie. If you using a card, a Sheena card, watercolour card's great for just holding on to enough water to let it still keep some of the line, but actually then release the colour.
Yeah, and look at it. See the colour. I mean, it is really intense. So as soon as you touch the water, it just explodes.
It just does, absolutely. Look at the orange there. So now what I'm doing is I'm using too much water there, a little bit less, and I'm just pouncing. I don't want to brush over because then that would change the texture that I've drawn into the trees.
And you'll lose the detail.
And I lose the details. So just by pouncing like this, I'm releasing the colour that was on the stamp. I put it on in a bit of a random fashion. Kind of worked on putting the orange towards the top of the branches of the little, the way that like in little shells is how they grow, isn't it? And so then, hopefully, now and again you'll see that burst of orange. See where it's just the trees turning. Now this is going to look like a painting. Doesn't it look like a stamp at all?
Yeah,
it really
that's it, isn't it?
Doesn't look.
And because you've no ink line.
No,
because it's all just colour. That's why it looks so beautiful. Yeah. And with the pens, you can be so directional. I mean, we know we can do things like that with ink pads, but it is tricky being so specific.
Yeah.
And with that brush, it just allows you to flow over, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm doing is if I want to intensify some of that orange, you don't have to just use what's on there. What you got, there's no harm in going back over and saying, well, we'll put a little bit more there. I want it to look a bit more like the leaves are changing. And
that is such nice. If you do want, by the way, the Royal Nickel brushes that Arsheen is using, I know they were really busy as ever yesterday. They're always really busy, to be fair. £9.95. You are getting 2 of your round brushes. You're getting 6. No, you're not. You're getting 2 of your round brushes. You get 2 of your wash brushes, and then you get a shader brush as well. Now, if you do want that Black Collection, 153986, and it's a good collection because you've got a brush for everything.
Oh, these brushes are just, and they sell out time and time again, but there's a reason. It's because they're just great brushes.
Yeah.
Should we put a little bit of shadow in there?
Yeah, that looks beautiful.
Doesn't that look effective?
Yeah.
It looks so pretty.
And it's so quick.
It's so quick, Leonie. It really is.
And that stamp, I mean, you haven't cleaned the stamp.
No.
Because this is water-based, if you spritz that stamp with water now, I bet you'd easily get another print off it.
Easily. Yeah, definitely. So what I'm doing, Leonie, is I'm just using this black. Now, notice that the black is gorgeous in this set. It's really intense, really good, strong black. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a little bit of that, taking it from the
directly
brush.
on.
Yeah, too much.
It'd have been too intense, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. So now I've created a little shadow to the left of that tree, which now makes it look even more kind of authentic with a little bit. You can bring a little bit more around the base, but you see how by starting random, then you can get a little bit more controlled in what you want to do. You can suggest some little foliage there, just flick up the brush and pick up some of the little bits. I'm playing now. We'll see you've lost me now. And then,
isn't it nice, though?
Isn't it, though? But this is what it should be about. So that there...
That's
seriously,
beautiful.
that's just, it's effective. I would be happy to send that to anyone. I put my name on it, happily.
That is just lovely.
Yeah.
It's quick, but it's just
effective.
Stunning.
It's doable. It's something that it's like, oh, yeah, she can do it. You can do it.
Anybody can do
because the stamp makes it random. You just add the right. Don't forget, it's little bouncy movements with the brush when the water, not brushing it on, or you'll just wash it all away. Should we look at the technique book?
Yeah, let's have a look, because obviously that's what people are going for these for, because it is all about your techniques. And it's a good pen system to play with. Right, what have you got in there then,
so look, quite a few here. So the first thing is stamp. Just stamp. When you're stamping and you want to, and this is for beginners, because we forget, if you want the line not to move when you add a water-based product, you use a solvent or an oil-based ink. So something like Stazon or Archival or VersaFine. They're not going to move when you add the water. So that's just colouring in with the pens. But you know what? I would do what I just did and scribble a little bit on your mat and then pick it up with your Royal and Langnickel brush, because you use hardly any. That's
I suppose you can still drag the colour out as well, can't you?
Exactly, which is exactly what this is. This is stamped. It's just as I've done with the tree, but now, but then dragging some of the colour in.
Is perfect.
Same stamp, isn't it?
So it's going directly onto that stamp. Are they your stamps?
They're my stamps. These are the
ones on the show.
These are the stamps on the show.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Really, really effective. So next one, same stamp, but look at how I love this colour in the background. Isn't it stunning?
Yeah. It never. Do you know what? Techniques like that will never get dull.
They just don't get dull
because it's so good.
I would absolutely advise you make yourself a technique book with these, because you forget.
Yeah, you do.
We do. The stuff you did years ago, and you went, oh, I remember that back in the day.
Yeah.
And you forgot to use it.
Yeah.
So keep it.
I forget to write down how I've done it though, so I've still no idea.
That's it. So write down. Leonie, in our heads, this is what we do. But you will probably do it. We just talk about it and then forget. So, but you can see the background, how that's watercolour. So white embossing powder. This is just a shorter wash. So the same colours I've just used in the tree. Let me bring that in. Look, see, that's it. Diluted version. They're the same colours, just washed on the background. Then this one, glycerin. You know,
Glycerin,
the first time I used
it
glycerin for this was when we launched the aquatins the first time.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought, wonder if you can blend it with glycerin. And hey, you know what?
Yeah, that looks lovely.
That's
it gives
stunning.
you such a different look.
It just looks airbrushed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's ink. This is why. And that you would have to be black belt of blending ink to get that look that good, to be honest, from your ink pads.
Yeah, that's strong, Sheena.
Absolutely.
Strong.
Now this is sponged on, so if you want it more marbled, you have the sponge a little bit wetter. If you want more texture, to have it not as... and what you would do is scribble on the thing and pick it up on a kitchen sponge. It doesn't have to be a posh sponge. Just a kitchen sponge. This here...
Is that
gesso? Yeah, but you know what? Mix in your own chalk paint. So if you can, pop this in your basket if you've got in the pens, because then you've got any colour chalk paint you want.
That's cool.
Any of these will just colour that chalk paint,
and
because
you can
that's
tell
what
the
gesso
difference,
is.
because it gives it that opacity, doesn't it?
And it goes onto surfaces that these don't go onto. Which is another thing. If you base coat something, say like tin or MDF, if you base coat them with gesso first, it's a primer, it's kind of a white canvas, then paint them with these. That works too.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we've got the background, just
salt.
One colour and salt. Yeah, I love the salt technique. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again,
it doesn't get
old.
One that never gets bored.
Get old.
And it's such a good background, because that now overstamping on that is going to look fabulous.
Absolutely cool. And I love it because it's random. You don't know what you're going to get every time.
Yeah.
The
like
wetter it is, you need it wet for something to happen, just saying.
Yeah.
If you put salt on, it's already started drying, nothing happens.
Yes.
So it needs to be quite dried.
It does need some...
Cling film.
Oh, that's good.
So also another cool one. So you scrunch your cling film off, put it on the wet wash background, and then lift it up, and then you've got that fabulous look there.
Again,
this is cool.
That is cool.
I like that. This is, let me grab it. I'm just going to, my hand's still there so you don't know that I'm reaching over and bringing in that card. Look, see? That's done with the same technique. So on a block, an acrylic block, you just paint your colour and then spritz it a little bit and pop your card down. It's like creating a print. But you can see there in context, all you need is a really pretty, well, no, one of my stamps actually stamped and embossed over the front.
Perfect.
And that makes a great card. You've got the background, which is dried, and then spritz your stamp with water, stamp with it and blot it.
And then it gives that full bleach.
Very batik-y looking.
Yeah,
very,
it is batik,
when your background's still wet, if you just drop water on it, you get this diffused kind of like little crystally looking things.
Lovely. Yeah, that looks gorgeous.
I love that background. Is that cool? I have to say, this is a background that Donna was creating with the first time we did Aquatins with a pastel set. It's blocks of colour. So you just paint blocks of colour. Because they're so vibrant and translucent, they actually they overlap each other. And where you see one colour shown through another colour. Yeah,
I really like that one.
Yeah, and then we've got the gesso background here. And that one is, so that's when you do the background, on the surface, and you put your gesso and then just add water and make it random, and then coat the card and then put a wash over it. Looks kind of oxidish, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That looks cool.
This is stamped with Pebeo drawing gum. Washed over and then the drawing gum removed.
That almost looks like a gesso wash as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's not. It's because we're so used to seeing some reflection. It's flat finish. Yeah, and then that's just clean up. That's me to also clean up, Sheena. Clean up. So that's
brilliant. So from one set of pens, all of those, and that's just starting out. I mean, obviously you're going to experiment, you're going to play, you're going to come up with loads of variations that you can do with these. Whether you are colouring in, whether you're using them for stamps, maybe you're going to be using them for printed papers, you're colouring in books. The choice is yours. Do make sure though you get hold of that fabulous price. I love that. The sparkling nose,
isn't it?
Yeah, that is such a good background. It almost looks like Northern Lights or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stunning. Okay, if you want to go for this, get on the website. The website, you will see all the different collections, and of course you're going to see Sheena's gorgeous stamps. And the stamps are lovely, perfect for this, absolutely perfect. So many different ways you can use them, and of course all 5-star reviews, of course. Have a perusal, have a little look-see. There are loads of goodies on there. We have got your essentials as well. So we've got things like your watercolour cardstock, we've got Sheena's stamping guide, we've also got the Royal Langnickel paintbrushes. So again, everything's available on there for you. In fact, look at that. We're whipping round to it so you can see. That's your paintbrushes. If you want to pop those in your baskets, £9.95. Okay, but it is your one-day special. The one-day special in its own right has been busy. This is your one-day special. In fact, it's been really busy. Over 40% of stock has gone just on the one-day special, which is incredible. So you are getting 4 packs of pens delivered to your door, but you are only paying for 3 packs. You should be paying $12.99 each. That's your saving, $12.99, which is why one of those is a bonus. Now, you have got your 2 flex buys, just £19.49. So that's for your 4 packs. However, what a lot of people are going for are the full thing. So it's the full collection. You're getting your one-day special. You get the $12.99 saving. That's been carried forward, but we've then given you your 3 packs pens and an extra £8 saving, which is incredible, isn't it, when you think about it? So all those pens with £8 saving plus your $12.99 saving, and then you've got FlexiBuy as well. So it means your FlexiBuy is just £34.67, I think it was. If you want the full collection, this has been what was it? $34.97. Not close, were I? So if you want the full collection, we're now approaching 2/3 of the stock. 153986, that's your item number there. Let me show you a few more, because it is so nice to see what you can do with them. So nice to see the techniques. And you see stamping on different surfaces changes the look of the pens. You know, obviously stamping on your craft card, it gives you a different look. Loads of different techniques. And the beautiful thing with that is, I mean, that pen, I mean, the black will give you such atmosphere. It really creates a phenomenal look. And then just a fabulous background. And then that gorgeous flower. Do check Sheena's stamps out, because we have got Sheena's stamps on the show if you want to get hold of one of them. I'm going to show you that one last but not least. That's gorgeous. Now, Pamela used the caught-in crystal technique and added stamps with stay-ons. That is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, if you'd love to go for this, 153986, that's your item number. Beautiful collections, but please check your baskets out, because it has been really busy. Now, you will notice, of course, the colour palette matches the sparkle pen palette. So, of course, we'll give you sparkle pens on the show as well. Now, you have, again, got some choices. So, you can go for this one. With this one, you're saving $12.99. So you are getting it again. You're buying 4 of them, but you're only paying for 3. Hurrah! And that's 676204. But you can go for the big collection. With the big collection, you're actually getting 2 packs as a bonus. So you're paying for 5 packs, but 2 packs are coming to you for nothing. And of course, you have got your Flexi-Buy with that one as well. Now then, 887326. Your first payment will be £32.47. Make sure you're part of Hochanda Freedom, then you're not paying postage on anything. It's definitely the way to shop here at Hochanda. Okay, okay. Oh, apparently, our Lottie says, tonight, you might want to be a Freedom member. Oh, that sounds like it's going to be something good for Freedom. Okay then, we'll leave that there.
Okay then, Leonie.
Arshina,
right.
Loving that one. Is that part of your flower range as well that we've got?
Range, yeah. Big, isn't it? Big.
That's big.
I sometimes look at them and I think, how do I fit that on an A6? But I did.
You did?
Because you see, the thing is if you make the stamps larger, you can use them for wall art, you can use them for your home decor, your mixed media, not just your cards.
Sorry, Sheena, I was trying to be subtle.
Oh, busted.
Again, standard.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour them in.
Yes.
And I'm picking just 3 colours. What I would say is most of you are going for the complete collection, but don't think I'm going to use all the colours, because it's really tempting.
Yeah.
First thing, if you want to use all your colours, make a colour chart.
Yeah.
But I always work from a colour chart. Not little plastic bands on any or any makeup product.
Yes.
Always make a colour chart.
But then you can. Otherwise, sometimes you look at that and it's not quite right,
No,
is it? But if you don't, you can see it properly.
You know
and
exactly
you can see the blend as well.
Plus, if you add a bit of water to it, like this, then you see what it would look like when it's a lighter version of that colour.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right,
okay.
So, Leonie, I'm picking 3 very strong colours out here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bit of each colour and I'm going to splodge them on my mat. Now, I'm really being quite sparing with these colours, because I want they're really strong, and I want to create a little bit of a background wash on this so that it looks a little bit kind of ethereal around the background. I love that kind of look when you get that. So this pink is really, really, really strong, so I'm adding loads of water. You can always darken it if you want, but the point being here, I just want it just very, very pale, and I'm going over the bluebells because this is so pale, it won't matter that when I paint over them. The stronger colour will cover that one up. So again, with the blue, same deal, lots of water.
Really taking it back.
Really, really,
so
really.
It's just a hint of colour, really.
It's just a suggestion. Really, really just very, very subtle.
In fact, that pink, you can just about see it on TV. I mean, in real life, you can see it a little bit more.
So I see just a little bit there. Yeah. So the card I'm using here is the Sheena stamping card.
Okay.
But the watercolour card, also fabulous. So as long as it's a good quality card, we always, any of the cards you see on the show, just know that it's tested, it's consistent, it's what I would use. So either the watercolour or the Sheena card, you can't go wrong. Cards massively importantly only to the success of your project.
Absolutely,
so we've got a little bit of
really make it wrong.
It can absolutely, and it make a product look rubbish too, because because if it's got a lot of chalk in it, your paints won't blend, your inks won't blend, and it looks like the product's wrong. Yeah. It's not, it's the card. Yeah. So I'm drying that really quickly. Blend. Isn't it pretty? Just that really cloudy, ethereal, just a reflection of the colours I'm going to use in the bluebells, and just arching over, so it just follows the curve. Just follow the curves. Yeah, absolutely. And this is where the wordings, the greeting's going to go. Now this is a little bit like speed drying, but we do need to dry that, and I'll tell you why while we're doing it. If I go ahead and paint the bluebells now, while the card's wet, it'll wick and it'll bleed outside the line. It'll just smudge, won't it? It'll smudge, yes. So because obviously water on water just goes. It'll just, they'll just, they will. They get feathery edges. Pow. Yeah, in our heads these noises happen. Even when I'm playing and when I'm demonstrating, I make the noises. Oh yeah, bit of multimedia there. Yeah. The whole immersive experience. So you've got an insight to what's in our heads all the time. You've got no idea how much we're holding back. I know. A lot gets out, but really. There's so much more that stays in. So much more. Thank goodness. So I'm going to pop a little bit more blue on there. And the pink's probably enough, so now I'm going to use my number 6 round in my Royal and Lang. Oh, they're just R&Ls now, just know that they're R&Ls. Of course, R&Ls, I keep forgetting it's just the R&Ls. If you do want your R&Ls, they are at the bottom of the screen for you. And you'll notice Sheena's been able to use these for the washers, for the detail. Really, really good brushes. And they are one of them that Sheena's had for quite a while now in her arsenal, but they sell out time and time again. If you'd like your brushes, they're there at the bottom, only $9.99, 591498. Look at that, how it blends in. That's so nice. It's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So just continuing there, that little bit of blue over the pink, darker. I'm kind of going a bit darker at the base, stronger colour at the base, a little bit more on the left side maybe. If you want to kind of suggest as a light source, if you're consistent with, if you think, well, the lighter bit's always going to be on the right, then it looks like that's where the light's coming from. But it doesn't really matter, just a bit random, looks a bit more interesting sometimes. So just keep, and again, if you paint some of it and then bring water in to make the rest of it look a little bit a paler version of the same colour, you can see how that works. So I've made that darker behind there, so sitting in the background. And you don't have to take ages to do this, but it's really, really important that you do have a good brush to do this, because, and a good brush doesn't mean an expensive brush. These R&Ls, 5 brushes for what, under £10? If you buy one brush for £10, it's probably, they're not going to be easier to use than these brushes. That's the thing. You don't need to go that far, because these are synthetic fibres that hold their shape, and it's synthetic paints we're using, so it's a perfect marriage. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful brushes, really handy. If you'd like to get hold of those, $9.95, and as Sheena says, really affordable. Notice how far that paint's going. Yeah, look how vibrant that colour is. Isn't it fabulous? See, this is why, I mean, the brush, having a brush nib is brilliant because it allows you technique. Yeah. But still, if you were to go on direct with that pen, because it's so rich and so much colour in there, I mean, you'd still be able to blend it out, but you'd just have too much colour, wouldn't you? You would just be using more of your product than you need to use. As simple as that. So be frugal with it, because that's what you've invested in. See, it is mad how much a tiny little bit of ink goes. Yeah. It goes such a long way. Margaret has emailed in. What's our Margaret said? Our lovely Lottie. So our Margaret is saying she's already got the accents in the bottles, absolutely loves them, but she's saying, the pens, this is going to make them so much more flexible. It really is. It really, really is, Margaret. And you can do all the things, Margaret, you did before with your aquatins, but rather than have to have the jars open, and there was a worry that they would spill because there was and then the pipettes, and now you've got them all ready, and they're portable. Even if you don't, like Leonie was just saying, we don't even use the brush. You just take the stuff out of the thing and use it with another brush or techniques for backgrounds. You've still got that control and portability. And that's it, because the bottles, they took up a little bit more space. That's right, absolutely. And you've got your storage from your Crafter's Companion storage racks there. Of course. So they're going to all go in together. Yeah, absolutely. So everything works nicely. So you've seen how now we've got that colour there, Leonie. Really pretty, intense colours, but with that little kind of reflective background there. That's gorgeous. And that's going to be the focal point. Yeah. But we've got another technique technique. Shall we have a bit of play with a different technique for the background?
Yeah, okay, that is beautiful. So that's your focal point. Obviously, that is just a teeny tiny bit of thing. These will last ages when you're looking at doing things like that.
So long. So the next technique I'm going to use the stamp.
Is that still Sheena stamping card?
Still Sheena stamping card, yeah.
Marvellous.
And I've got my stamp, which should have been cleaned, but I'll try and rectify that really quickly. Yeah, you know what I use to clean the VersaFine off my stamps?
What do you use?
Stick away.
Ah, really?
Yeah, you know, if it's dried on and stuff, stick away takes them off great.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Because the thing is with your rubber, you know, the vulcanised rubber, tough stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this time again, it's the truth. I've dropped them on the floor before. And I've got a wheelie chair, you know, an office chair. And it's like, what was that? Oh, another stamp. Another stamp.
Stuck to
and I picked them up and they're fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gesso.
Okay.
So gesso, Italian for gesso. Again, same thing.
A gesso.
And then I'm going to take the large brush. This is the 1-inch flat brush.
Again from the set.
Again from the set. And I'm going to brush over my stamp.
Fabulous.
Thus. Okay, so good coating of gesso here. Now again, it's water-based, but this is more of an acrylic. Yeah, it's tougher than the paints. And it clings to surfaces as we've established. But so what you want to do is clean this from your ink pad when you're done with it, right? Or if you can't clean it straight away, at least put a little bit of water, spritz some water until you can clean it. So this is what you're doing. You're
it doesn't
solidify. Yeah, precisely. So we're gonna just randomly stamp in the background. Yeah, and just keep going and randomly stamp. Now I love the fact that this has got. I've put it on a bit thick. Not like me.
Yeah, you've got texture.
And I've got texture, yeah. So that's an added bonus. Now, when that dries, that's going to, see there? If I tilt that, it's cool. That's going to now change the surface of the card. The card's going to react differently when I do the next bit, which is I'm about to do. Well, first thing, I've got to clean this brush and this surface here. So bear with, please, while I do that.
Well, you clean it, I can say this.
Brilliant.
If you would like those fantastic one-day special pens, you've got your one-day special. That's the one where you've got your $12.99 saving. So, but the one, the main one, the complete one, that's what everyone's going for. This is the really popular one now. 153986. We are approaching 2/3 of the stock has gone. This is all them, and these were literally launched last night, brand new. Not seen these lovely pens before, and they are so busy. Have I even got them before the USA?
Yes.
Well, jolly good.
I know, jolly good.
So we should. Now you are making that $12.99 saving. It's carried forward. Then an extra £8 saving has been added to the big bundle, and then you have got your FlexiBuy as well. Really popular. The one-day special you can see there, because that's really popular too, and maybe that's it. Maybe you just want to go for this for now, test the waters, have a play. Half of the stock has gone here, and you are saving $12.99. So that's a pack of the pens that you're not paying for. 260-263, that's your item number. Check out the website for all the sparkle pens, but for Sheena's stamps as well, which is what she's using here. So please check the websites out for that. Okay, you have moved on.
I have moved on. Now, because it's got to dry, this one already pre-prepared here.
Right.
So, as I said, it's going to change the surface of the card. It's going to be this bit really chalky, okay? So what I'm going to do is take this gorgeous green, which is the same green, you know, 3 colours?
Oh, yes.
Still sticking to the 3 colours so that it works nicely together.
Because then it's going to work with that background.
Absolutely. And I'm going to splotch them on. I'm going to use a bit of glycerin. So, again, I put my glycerin in one of these little bottles and it just works great.
Brilliant.
And that's the same glycerin I've used for about 3 months, 4 months now.
No way.
Yes, and all the shows.
And you do use, this is like your thing now, isn't it?
Oh, I love it, yeah. Because it just makes it, gives me so many different new applications. So what it does is it thickens the ink up, it grabs the ink, and then when you go over like this and ink your background, you'll find that where they see, it's like magic. Oh, didn't know it was there until you put that over.
Do you know what? It's really
nice.
That's
another noise that's just in my head.
Yeah. Because you've done it with gesso, like with resist normally, you can get some really, they're quite harsh, they're quite stark. That's really subtle with the gesso.
And I love that for background.
It's not really resist, because it is grabbing the ink, isn't it?
It's just changed the surface, the quality of the surface that it's going onto. So more absorbent, less absorbent, and exactly as Leonie said, it's there, it's pattern, but with backgrounds, I don't think your backgrounds want to fight with your foreground. They definitely need to be supporting cast, you know, back and the wings and doing their thing.
Yeah.
They need to be there, but not, you know, as bright and vibrant and sharp as the main cast.
Yeah.
So you can see how that's working there.
That looks fabulous.
Yeah, see? Is it cool?
Yeah.
So moving on to one I've done earlier. Shall we stick a card together?
Let's do that. Wow, Sheena.
I know, I'm seeing that. I'll probably stick it on wonky, but there, we'll try it. So I'm going to use do you love the tape runners? Do you love
yeah.
Honestly, without these, if I'm down to about the last 3, I get a little bit antsy. I need more because I wouldn't want to ever lose them. See, the thing is,
Leonie, we've got those in stock, Miss Sheena.
I'm happy about that because glue and me for background, especially with Murray card and things.
Yeah.
This would be squidging. Oh, hang on.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on. Now the thing
Calm
is,
down.
bear with. What you need to do is when you're doing this, stand right over the top of it.
Yeah.
With high counter, but that's good for you to see.
That's
but
perfect.
absolutely, always stand right over the top, and then you can see where you know you can get it squared up easier. Now I'm just going to put a few bits on this one. So imagine this is the base of a card. Right? It could be a base of a card, yeah. So I'm just going to do a quick couple of bits.
If you do want the tape pens, of course we have got those. Check the website out because they're super strong.
Yeah, they are. They don't lift or anything. These are the toughest ones I've used. No. They're really cool. So I'm going to pop this on here. Like that.
Beautiful.
More. And then, have we got time for another quick... Oh, we could do a wash if we've got time.
We've got 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Loads of time. Leonie, normally the time just goes in a flash.
I don't quite know what's happened.
We mustn't have talked as much.
Well, I feel like we probably have.
Everybody else probably feels the same way, I'll be honest. There we go. Yeah, you have. Don't worry, you have.
We're making up for it now.
We are. A little bit of sticking time, a bit of chatting time. It's all good.
Cheeky bit of waffle time. Are you going to the Ali Pala?
I'm
or are you here in the building?
Was that this weekend?
That's this weekend.
Well, I'm here. This is my second day of 5. Oh. Yeah, I've moved in. Yeah, be afraid, be very afraid.
Oh, Sheena.
Yeah,
wow, so you've got tons of shows coming up.
Oh, I have, yeah, indeed.
Fabulous.
So we'll pop that there and you can see how that was there. Well, it gives you the idea of the layout there. That's the card layout, but let me show you.
From your stamps also.
It is also from the stamps.
We can't change nature, but we can change ourselves. So just pause for a moment and you'll see life is pretty amazing. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I like empowering quotes like that. That's
cool,
I do.
Isn't it?
So can you see, that's the card there.
Gorgeous.
Fabulous there from Susan. Thank you.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So many ways, and again, so many different effects. Doesn't it look completely different to when you look at that effect or that effect or that effect? I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
the variety, the way that you can change what you're doing.
Yeah, so many things you can do with these, and that's the beauty of them, as Leonie said. That's why you want to go for these ones.
Okay, if you do want those sparkle pens as well, which we've got on the show, again, you can do so many techniques with your sparkle pens. If you do want these, they are there, but you've got another bargain with your sparkle pens. So you can go for your set of 4. With your set of 4, that price has dropped from £51.96 to £38.97. Essentially, you're only paying for 3 packs there. However, you have got your big one as well. Even with the sparkle pens, again, look, you're paying for 5 of those, but you're actually going to get 7 delivered to your door. And they're the sparkle pens. The colours will mix and match wonderfully with your aqua tints that we've got here. Now, this is your one-day special. We'll talk about that first, because your one-day special, getting 4 packs of pens. Lovely colours. If I show you, there you go. That's the colour palette that you're getting. So they do mix beautifully with your sparkle pens. The colour palette's same as your sparkle pens, but they'll give you that matte finish. The thing is with this, it's all about the delivery system. Because they're now in a pen with that lovely free-flowing brush, it does allow you to really create some stunning backgrounds. Of course, you've just seen them using them with shaving foam. You know, actually painting with them, of course, to get that soft, subtle look, or going in and getting a really nice, vibrant effect. That's the beauty of these. You know, from that to that, same pens, but you can create so many different looks. Now, with the one-day special, you are getting all 4 sets, but you're only paying for 3. So it's a £12.99 saving. That's your one-day special. That's 260-263 with your flex buy as well. But the biggie is the full collection. So With this one, you still get those colours, but now you're getting these ones as well. So that's the colour palette you're getting. So you're getting your pastels, you're getting your beautiful, strong colours at the top there. You're getting the metallics as well. What you are getting with this collection, £12.99 savings still has been held over. And then for the full collection, an extra £8 has been added. So it's almost a £21 saving that you're getting. That is a huge saving, and 2/3 of stock has gone. Now, if you would like to get hold of that, just $34.97 this month. Same again next month. You know exactly what you're paying. You don't have to wait till you're paid to get it delivered to your door. And with this one, if you are part of Hochanda Freedom, you're not paying any postage either. I love that background. That's an interesting background, isn't it? That's nice. I wonder if she's tapped the brushes.
Exactly. Wet the cord, tap the brush.
That looks good. Because you know what that looks like? That reminds me of your brush yours.
Does, yeah. Pencil shavings as well.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, I love that. How's that one done? See, that's what you want, innit? You want a product that makes people look at it and go, how did she do that? How did she do that? She's amazing. 153986, that's your item number. 2 Flexibuys, £34.97. You can check it all out on the website. It is Hochanda.com. That's where you're going to see absolutely everything that we've got on the show for you. We've got the brushes, we've got the waxes, we've got obviously the car stock that you need. The Royal Line nickel brushes, they sell out time after time after time. So if you do want those, half of the stock has gone. I'd definitely suggest you check it out your baskets. 591498 is your item number. Now, if you've any questions, email in. It is studio@hochanda.com. But otherwise, back over to you.
Shall we do a comparison before we do a background?
That would be a smashing idea.
Of you have been writing in and saying, I've got the Spectrum Aquas, loving them. Of course you would.
Yeah,
we do.
I love them.
But what's the difference?
What's the difference, Sheena?
Tell you, Leonie, let's pick 2 greens out, yeah?
Okay.
Just because I happen to have a green aqua pen here. So what you've got with the aqua pens is you've got 2 points. You've got the bullet nib here, which is a very fine, not varying thickness of a nib. Okay. So when you scribble it, it doesn't vary. So that's like for your mindful doodling. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
And on the other side, and super detail. On the other side is more kind of comparable to your sparkle. It's a brush. Yeah. It's a nib that kind of acts like a brush, but it's still a felt nib.
Yeah.
Now the difference that after that is that this is a rigid body here, so I can't vary the amount of colour that comes out of here.
Of course.
So if I want to create a background, I have to... Oh, just drop that in my water. Did you see that?
That's the way of creating a background.
Oh, it's lovely. That's a new technique. We'll come to that one later. Right, so I want my flat brush. Bear with, please. There it is. Clean one and everything.
Hold the line, caller.
Yeah, hold the line. Yeah, normal service will resume. So now, what if I want to create a background with this? I would scribble. See how I want to try and get as much colour on as quickly as possible before it starts to dry. So I'm using quite a bit of ink and quite a few, line marks with my pen. Yeah. And then I have to get on straight away with my brush to blend that pen. Yeah. But what's happening?
So it's blending, but I can still see it underneath.
You can still see the bits.
Because it's worked into the card and dried quickly.
Yeah.
So although it
works, you can, but it's not that wet.
Yeah.
So as also for salt techniques, for cling film, it's not as wet as it could be.
Yeah.
But you can do it. But you can still, as Leonie said, see some bits in there. With these, you can actually squeeze them a little bit and get a good splodge of colour on there as quickly as possible, like that.
Yeah,
very, very liquid.
I mean, you can see the difference
immediately. And then just literally, just straight away, blend over like that, and you can see how now you've got that, and it's much wetter. See?
Yeah.
So you can, and it doesn't vary. It doesn't want to alter in how the intensity of the colour. Yeah. We haven't diluted it to blend it. Yeah. That's the difference there. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and actually, the original line on that one is
just gone. Just gone. Yeah.
That's just. I mean, there's a lot of differences with them, to be fair, but that's lovely because you are more in control of the delivery system.
That's exactly it. Yes. So for larger background techniques and things, you've got that extra bit of oomph that you can do that.
Absolutely.
So shall we do a background?
Yeah.
Exactly as we said.
And I suppose that splashy one. Yeah. You would never be able to do that with your normal Spectrum.
You wouldn't be able to do that. No,
because,
you wouldn't.
Again, because you can't get that
it won't
ink.
come out there. You can't control the flow of the ink. precisely.
So they're
also for stamping with them, you'll find that you've got more time, and they're great for, they're better for stamping and transferring, because you can put that little bit extra ink on the stamps.
Of course.
They don't dry as quickly, because sometimes by the time you've gone round, the first bit's dried, and you're going to do the thing.
Yeah. You have to do the
Yeah. Right.
Sue's emailed in. So, this one? So, Sue has emailed in and she's saying, what's that? What is that?
A plethora of butterflies.
It's a plethora of butterflies.
Yeah.
Look at
a kaleidoscope of butterflies. Isn't it cool?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Who made this one? This is
Cheryl.
Nice one, Cheryl.
But
look at the colours. The point is, look at how intense. Look at that blue there. Look.
Yeah.
Isn't that fabulous? How vibrant they are.
Beautiful.
You can always make them pastel and paler, but you can't put colour into colour that's not there.
Yeah, that is stunning. There you go. That's what. See if you got emails if you want to know what's behind us.
Yeah. What's behind you? Pantomime style. Yeah, we could do that.
Some lovely cards actually. Like that one.
Have you found some more you like there, Leonie?
Look at that.
Oh, pretty. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to cycle through them. You know what? I've started here.
Look at that blue. That's
Isn't
so nice.
That just
boom? Now this is the thing. You went on direct.
Direct, yeah.
So
like that.
rather than picking it up off the side, you can just go
straight on. Yeah, look.
And that's on your watercolour card.
And that's watercolour card. Now, so if I wanted to blend this out and just have it fading down to virtually nothing, I can just keep going like that, and then I've got the really pretty just blend where you're just using water to create the varying colour.
And obviously you can still pick up ink off your glass mat, can't you?
I love that. I wouldn't waste it. Absolutely.
You can use everything.
Yeah, definitely use it all. Put a bit of green down there. See how just get your brushes ready. This is why I absolutely can't recommend enough that if you've got those of you. Many of you who've got the complete collection, or any of them indeed, just do yourselves a favour and get those Royal and Langnickel brushes, seriously, because they make it. Now, what you would do, see, I've got my fingerprints on there.
Yeah, that's
what you would do is just, I have a feeling I put the wrong lid on the wrong thing there. Did you see? You would trim it down a bit. Have you seen how? The colour sometimes looks more intense, doesn't it? Because there's no sparkle there. This is, I'm hoping the camera just picks up just how really well covered that is and strong the colour.
It is. And
really
that's so quick as well. It's just a quick wash.
Yeah, and I love that colour palette. Isn't that pretty? So that was, if you're wondering, that was the Starry Sky.
Yeah.
Little bit of amethyst, and then the green at the bottom was the olive jade.
That's stunning.
Pretty. Now you can start to play with it. Now I'm going to do something that I keep doing, but it's one of those techniques that why would you not keep doing it?
Yeah, because it works.
Because it works, yeah. So drying that up. Now, as Leonie said, we wouldn't waste. There's no way you would waste that on there. You just wet it, spritz it, and make it,
like
make
one of your techniques.
That's it.
Just one of the techniques is one of those backgrounds. Clean up. I mean, obviously you could use, if you've got tons of your rice paper, you know what I'd be doing? Mopping it up with my rice paper and using that. Or if you've got any scrap card, that's where your clean up comes in, so you're not wasting any of your inks.
Absolutely.
4 minutes, Hochanda.
Alrighty then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, we'll put a moon or a sun or whatever in the sky.
So just a little bit of nice dirty water.
Yeah, just nice dirty water. Clean preferably, but you know, what we've got. So I'm going to try and just sort of create a circle here best I can. What I would absolutely advise you do is draw around something. It's much easier. Just a pencil line, just very, very thin.
Pretty good at circles, Hochanda.
Not bad.
You've been practicing these
I think I must have done, because circles are really difficult. Even if you draw for a living, circles are tricksy. Oh, I've got a solar flare on that one. Look. Oh, mate, we've got that now. Hang on. This is when, if you try to refine and perfect it, you end up with a huge orb. And that's all you've got. It's now eclipsed the whole card.
That looks so good. I love how it lifts just part, like it lifts patches out, you know, rather than the full solid thing.
Yeah, then it's just a disc. Now, we're going to put some clouds in the sky, and this is another thing that I'd just like to do. And so circles, if you want them to look fluffier clouds, bigger circles, you don't even have to do full circles, but just carry them on like that, and then this paint that you've got, when you go over the moon, you see I'm not putting any more paint on, that's the paint that's on the brush.
And it's lovely, isn't it, because you're literally dragging the paint over that you're lifting off.
That's it.
And using it.
Yeah, so you're not wasting anything. We'll put another one here, same deal, drag that over. Look at how strong that one is, and it's just a nice technique, isn't it?
Yeah.
and just you would take a little bit more time than I'm taking, but that's enough to show you the technique there. So you blot the bit that isn't on the moon.
That's so
and
effective.
Then
and again, it is one of them that never ever gets boring.
It just doesn't. It just works.
It's good at it.
You know, there's things that we do. There's things that we try, and you know, with crafting, we want to try new stuff, and then we'll try new products, and you go, great, that was fun. But then you come back to your staples, your old faithfuls that you know that you wouldn't never stop doing. And this is one of those techniques that I just won't stop doing because it exactly as you say, it works. So now, just by using the brush, we've got some nice land kind of mask going in there.
Just that big brush again from the Roland nickel that just gives it that sweeping motion.
Absolutely.
That
and then,
looks so
if you want to put little stars or little fireflies or whatever you want, pollen drifting, whatever, just little dots, less water on your brush and tap it, you're going to get smaller dots. More water, you get bigger dots. So that's just, even that you can control.
Changes, it depends if your ink's dry or wet, depending.
That's right. There, see, just those little fine little bits there. And then what we'll do is maybe 1 o'clock we'll pop some little stamps on this. We'll show you how we'll finish that off with a card. But that there, again, that background looks so different. I'm loving the intensity.
That's so good.
That was my ink pad. It was a bit of a slapstick moment. Didn't just fall on the floor. It fell, ricocheted off my hand in the bin.
That's amazing. Get you
choreographed.
You wouldn't have been able to do that if you'd tried.
Genius.
What? Yeah, boom, boom. That's stunning. Sheena, stunning. That's the kind of thing you can do with your pen. So many different techniques. Right, I'll show you some gorgeous finished samples while we'll study, because have a look at these. This, again, the kind of thing you can do with your aqua tints. So anyone thinking of going for these, Sheena, why are you recommending them? Why do you love using them?
Well, because these are the things that I've been waiting to come back. I loved my aqua tints. I absolutely loved them, but we had to leave them for a bit to bring them back sleeker, faster, stronger. Now I've got them back. I'm a happy camper. I know my team are going to be, because we can do so many things with them. We've got the quality. First thing, it's got to be about the quality in any colouring product, but then we've got the flexibility, versatility on techniques and what you can do. So if you're starting, you don't want a colouring product that only does a couple of things. You want a colouring product that you can do tons with. And not get bored with.
And you just want to keep experimenting and finding, don't you?
Absolutely.
Brilliant set of pens. If you do want to get hold of these, fantastic saving as well. You can get our Sheena at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
See you later, everyone. Bye-bye. Coming up next, the ladies are in. We've got the Quilters Trading Post and the stuff they've made is beautiful. Dawn is back with you at the time after that. And then we've got, sorry, I can't work out the times. Anyway.
Hi, my name is Maggie and I'm from Impressions Crafts. I've been running my business now for 15 years. It's a small family-run business in the south of Cheshire. We have a large craft shop. We sell all sorts of beading and jewellery supplies. I have a passion for making jewellery. I love working with the Lucite style flower beads, and we make thousands and thousands of angels and have been doing so for the last few years. We've been bringing to Hochanda lots of lovely beading kits, jewellery for necklaces and bracelets and earrings, and we also bring a wide range of angels and accessories, beading accessories like bookmarks. We also have our range of laser cut sun catchers and mobiles, all the lovely crafty beads. Hope you can tune into my shows, and looking forward to seeing you on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Pam.
And we're from Quilters Trading Post. We've been open since 2007, so we're coming up to 10 years now.
We started our business in Cambridge, really, with a long-arm quilting machine. We decided we wanted to make a proper business of it, so we bought a shop in this area. We soon grew out of that because we became successful, and we bought a school, and now we're in the school.
We have 4 parts to our business. We have the quilting service, we run workshops, we sell patchwork and quilting threads, fabrics and notions, and we do patterns and books. That's our newest thing, and our favourite being our Crafters Carry-All.
We've really enjoyed being on Hochanda. It's made us famous, really. We've got lots of people who now come into the shop and tell us that they've seen us and that they've enjoyed the demonstrations and they've watched us over and over again.
Make sure you don't miss our shows here on Hochanda.
Welcome to the newest exciting way to shop here at Hochanda. Craft Price Drop. Tune in for your favourite craft brands at absolutely incredible low prices. Make sure to get in early before the quantity reaches zero and the price locks. You've got to be in it to win it. Everybody pays the lowest price.
Hiya, morning. Welcome to the Quilters Trading Post. We all say it with like a way out west accent now.
Yeah, well, so it should be.
Yeah, is that the right way of doing it?
Yes,
okay,
totally.
good.
If I could do an accent, I'd do it that way. Yeah.
Emma and Pam are with us. Welcome back, ladies. Great to see you.
Thank
you.
you.
Right?
Yes, thank you. It's good to be here.
Now, you weren't here last month, were you?
No, we missed out in March. Yeah. Busy month.
It's good you're back, though.
Yeah.
We had a holiday.
Did you?
No, we didn't really, but we had a holiday from here.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Well, Pam, you're going to be over at the machine doing some demos for us in a second, so we'll let you go and get sorted.
See you in a minute.
And Emma, we've got some brand new patterns for you, because that's what Quilters Trading Post are really well known for. And you've been doing different editions of these wonderful applique blocks, haven't you?
Yeah, this is the last one now. We've got the Ottoman flower block set 3.
What was the last one?
It's the last one. Mum's decided she's done enough of those. She wants to try something different. So we've got the final set. Now, like the other 2 sets, we've got 3 blocks in it, but we've also got, I'll show you, the border block.
The border as well.
See, there you go. You can see it on the pattern cover, but that's it there. So yeah, it's a set of beautiful blocks. Did you want to?
Yeah, I'll just hold these up.
You're probably better than that.
Well, you
me.
put them on boards for us. That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, keep it a bit solid for you. There you go.
Fantastic.
They're beautiful, really lovely ones.
They are lovely.
Again, they can be used separately. You get the 3 blocks plus the border block in this one, or you can mix them up and they will go delightfully well with the other ones, set 1 and set 2.
Now, you found them already when you knew the show was on. You've been looking online and seeing these, and you've been buying them before we even got to the show. And you get 3 patterns, well, 4 patterns actually. You get 3 patterns, but then you also get the border block as well.
That's it, yep.
For 2 flexi-buy payments of £34.97. So you're getting everything you need basically in this bundle. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's an interesting price.
I was going to say it's the patterns, isn't it? Not. I was going to say, does this include fabric as well? This is just the patterns,
No, this
isn't
is
it?
just the pattern, so it's not that price.
Okay, no, I thought that.
There they are.
There we go. Sorry, we kicked the machine. It's working now. I was going to say 2 flexi at £68.
I was thinking that's a lot of money.
£11.99. Don't panic.
You can pay that if you want. We don't mind.
We don't know where that price came from, so don't worry about it. You won't be charged that. It's £11.99 for the 3 pattern sets. So here again are all 3 of them. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? You choose, of course, the fabrics you want to use with the patterns. Beautiful. There we go. Look. And that's almost like a bonus, that one.
It's just an added extra, just to say thank you for buying the last one.
Fantastic. So if you've been maybe collecting all 3 sets, this is the 3rd and final one. Only £11.99, and this is how they come. You've got obviously illustrations on the front as to how Pam and Emma envisage they will look, and then you get full instructions and everything you need, and your templates, of course, inside.
Yeah, as usual, full-size patterns.
Good. Okay, now nearly 10% of the stock has gone already. Wow. 154019 for just £11.99. That's better.
Yes, that's much better.
Much better.
That sounds about right, that, yeah.
Your face was a picture.
What?
April Fool? No. Right, let's move on then to our next 3 that we've got for you, because these are brand new as well. You've got your log cabin harmony quilt, which when you see this up, it's actually amazing. It's at the back of the studio. Yeah. In the cabin wall hanging as well, which I'll hold up for you in a second, and also the cutie bear and bunny patterns as well. Those 3, just £19.99. Let me show you the middle one first of all. The in the cabin wall hanging is this one just here. Like that a lot.
Nice, isn't it?
How would you hang that? Would you put like a dowling on the top and hang it on the
wall? That's how I do it. I put a sleeve on the back and then just hang it straight onto the wall. But you can have that. It'd be a beautiful table topper. Pop it on the back of your sofa. You could do anything with this one. I call it a wall hanging because it gives it, well, it sounded quite well with the in the cabin. Kind of flowed. Yeah. But table topper, yeah, small knee quilt.
Leg warmer.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you want to see something really incredible, look over there, just by where we're sitting in a second. You'll see the most incredible log cabin harmony quilt. This is a work of art. It's gorgeous.
It's a really traditional quilt, that. A proper log cabin quilt, one of my favourites. I've got it there in Civil War style fabrics. Right. So very traditional, and it's got the piano keys around the edge, hence the harmony.
Gotcha. Okay. So look at those colours, and again, look at the pattern. It really is very, very striking. Everyone in the studio, when they come in, it's the first thing people see and stop and look at and really admire. beautiful. And apologies, our chairs are in the way. You can't see the whole thing, but it is stunning. So that's one of the patterns. Would that take a long, long time to do, or?
Yeah, that took me a week to do, and for me that's a long time because I get them done really quickly.
As I say, next to no time, really, a week.
Well, that's solid working. So yeah, it is a big project. They're very simple blocks to make, quite fun to do. There's no diagonals, no curves, but it's a big quilt, so there's quite a bit to do.
Okay, but it's a project, a labour of love that you'll love the end result, definitely. And then down the end here, these are really beautiful and totally, obviously, different to the quilt. You've got your cutie bear and bunny. So the patterns for both of these, I love the floppy ears. That is just so adorable. Look at these.
They're cute.
Can you make to sell as well, if you want to? You can?
Yeah, no problem.
Brilliant.
Any as you like.
And the patterns are that's one pattern for both, but one's got the ears and one hasn't, I suppose.
That's it. It's pretty much the same pattern, but obviously the ears and the legs are the main things that are different. So, yeah, really cute.
And what have you stuffed them with? Just toy stuffing?
Normal toy stuffing. Right. Yeah, it was a pattern that I came up with, right at the beginning of our shop, so it's been around for about 10 years, but that was just the bear.
Right.
So we've discontinued that pattern. This is a new pattern now with the bear and the bunny.
Love it. $19.99 is for the bear bunny, the wall hanging, and also, of course, the log cabin quilt. All three of them. 10% of the stock has gone on this. Quilters Trading Post has got a great fan base, and whenever you see new patterns, many of you just order them, and you love to have a Quilters Trading Post pattern on the go at once. So
lovely. Thank you.
Get it to your door as quickly as we can. $19.99, and you can make as many of those as you like, and you can sell them as well if you want to. 469505. And the website's got all the other patterns, and we've got some returning favourites, including the horse and the unicorn, Henry Horse and the Sparkle Unicorn. Also, Dexter Dragon is also back in the show today as well. And he's got a pattern, and you can choose which fabric you make him out of. And we've also got the other applique block patterns as well, 1 and 2. They're also in the show if you'd like those. And we've also got some daylight lamps in the show. Now, bearing in mind, OK, we are approaching spring. It's still pretty dark in the evenings and first thing in the morning. This was one of our best sellers on the show the other day that we had, the Daylight Company floor lamp. This is a floor-standing, 4-position lamp. When I say 4 position, I mean there's 4 levels of light. So you can have it on low, medium high, and high. $39.99 is it's an absolute steal, and it's on a Freedom discounted price and on FlexiBuy as well. So you can have this today if you want that floor standing lamp for £18 delivered, and then £18 in 4 weeks' time if you're a Freedom member. Okay. We've also got the little yo-yo small light as well. That's in the show too at $11.99, and we've got our fabric forged scissors from Tonic at $34.99 as well. All there if you have a little look at hochanda.com. Right, back with Pam and Emma.
Right.
Pam's at the controls.
Yes, I've got some machining to do. Now, I'm not going to take an awful lot of time showing you the satin stitch today, but there are 1 or 2 things that people have asked me about, so they'll need to see that, and especially with these new patterns, because there's quite a lot of the narrow spiky points, and there's quite a lot of the roundy bits, so that's round the curves, so that's what I'm going to show you.
Technical terms.
Technical terms.
Yeah, roundy bits and pointy
spiky bits.
Yeah.
Well, these ladies know what I'm talking about. So I'm starting off on this leaf here. This is on the, obviously on the border piece, because it's smaller and you can see it more easily. Right. I've got the machine all set up, and I've got it on a very narrow stitch for that first pointy bit on the end. But I'll start with that one because when you come round this piece here, this curved piece, it covers up the beginning and end stitches. So here we go. Now, as I've said to you before, when you go around a curve, you just steer it. You don't hold it, you don't put your fingers up here, you just steer it around carefully. So when you come up to this point, which is the part that people think is difficult, and it's not as difficult as you might think, you come up to that point, you always stop on the outside of the curve.
Right.
So when you turn it, it doesn't make a gap. If you stop on the other side of the curve, you get a gap, and that's why you get a gap when you do it. People say, "Oh, I'll get gaps." Well, that's why you just stopped your needle on the wrong side. If it looks as if it's going to be a gap, then you just put your needle on the other side and carry on. Now I'm going to go down a bit with this now.
Well, just to let everybody know, we are busy for this set. Everything in the show is proving popular, actually. Just $11.99 for these set of 3 applique blocks, but you're getting the border one as a bonus, which is what Pam is using at the moment on the machine. So,
right. So on this corner, I've gone down 2 points, and I'm turning it once round.
Yeah.
1 stitch into the corner.
Yeah.
Turn it once again. Another stitch into the corner. once more, and carry on stitching. Now I've got to make it wider again now, so I'm just going to go up 1 point, 2 or 3 stitches, and up 1 point. Carry on stitching. And you can whiz along when you're doing a straight bit. Now when you come to that point, you might think that's going to be difficult. Just go a little bit further past it. Remember to stop on the outside of the curve, turn it 1 stitch, turn it a bit more, 1 stitch, and then carry on stitching.
I'm glad you showed us that, because that was probably box a lot of people.
Yeah. And it is so simple. What you need to do is to practice it. Yeah. You need to do on some scrap fabric. But make sure that you set it up the same as you do when you're... See, now I'm just coming up to that point now. I don't need to make it narrow. Just turn it a bit. Machine it out a few times. Turn it again. And then back in there. Turn it again. And then you can carry on stitching.
So if that's been a problem for you on applique in the past, hopefully Pam's explanation has solved that problem of having gaps.
Yeah. And the other thing is that I've been asked quite a lot is about clumping. I think that's funny. But what happens is, if you've got your stitches too close together when you do your satin stitch, because it looks prettier, it will clump. Right. If they're too close together, when you come to a bumpy bit, it'll clump.
So what's the correct distance, roughly?
It's whatever your machine is set up and your fabric, you just have to check it when you're doing it, and it looks nice and it's not too close together.
Right. Yeah, if you're finding your fabric stop moving and you're clumping up, you pull your stitch apart a little bit.
Yeah, and the other thing is some people get nervous when they're machining and they hold it back. You must not hold it back. You've got to let the machine pull it through itself.
So don't fight it.
Yeah, you mustn't fight the machine. Let it do it. Look, you see, 1 stitch in there, and I can actually come straight back down. I only did 1 turn on that one. It's good, isn't it? And I won't go all the way down there because that's a bit boring. I'm going to put the purple thread in now, and I'm going to show you going around there, and then I've actually done for my demonstrations.
Well, I'm glad you showed us that. Now, also, this is a bonus border. Where do you see people using this? Where do you envisage this being used most on? Quilts or?
Oh yeah, you see that quilt that's on here?
Yeah.
Now I did that to show what you could do with the new set. So I've got one of those patterns in that quilt. Can you see the 4 blocks I've got on there?
Oh, here.
The applique ones, yeah. I've put just an ordinary patchwork block on the other 5, but that's that one. So what would you do? You'd put that together, and then you'd put that green strip round the edge. That's the first border, and then you'd make a lot of these, stitch them all together and stitch them around the edge.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And they look lovely when they're done
that.
That
would look gorgeous.
They do, yeah.
They really would.
I probably will make one before we come again, because these will probably be on again, and then I can show what's what can be done with it.
While you're changing the thread, just to show everybody again the patterns you're getting today. This is set 3 of the applique patterns, and the last set that is going to be available. So if you want set 1 and 2 to complete your collection, they're in the show as well. But you get the pattern for this one, which is on this wonderful quilt in front of us.
We called that the primrose block.
Right.
Okay.
Then you've got this one, which is more of a thistle, isn't it?
It is a thistle, well done.
It is a thistle.
See, I've learnt something.
You have.
And then this one, what's this one called?
What's that one, Mum? Chrysanthemum.
Okay. And then you get the bonus border, which, as Pam said, would make a wonderful frame to a quilt like this one here. So imagine that around the edge of the quilt like this lots of times. That would finish it off a treat, wouldn't it? Like that. Really nice.
They're made the same size, exactly the same width as one of those blocks.
Right.
But obviously half the length, so yeah, they fit together with them.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to do a... Oh, that one's come up a bit. Sometimes they do. I would stick that down again with the iron if I was at home. Now I'm going to start in the middle. This is another technique that's a little bit different, because I want 2 rows of stitching around that petal, because I want it to be like a proper daisy with petals. So I've got that on the 2.5, which is the width I usually use, and I'm going to go down here like this, starting there, and then when I get here, now you go slower. When you come round a bend, you go slower, but you still keep steering and not pushing and pulling. Right. And then when you get to there and you think it's going a bit sideways, so it's not going around the bend, you just stick the needle in the outside of the curve again and then go round. There you go.
It's fascinating that we can watch this in slow motion and in close-up as well, because as someone who's only had a machine for probably about a year now, I'm still learning how machines behave and how to kind of work with them and not against them. So it's good to show these little techniques.
Yes, that's right. And most normal machines, have got a thingy that you put up and down here.
Right.
Put the foot up and down. I'm not doing that because this machine you don't have to, you just tap your foot.
Right.
But most people have the ones with lever on the back. So that's all you do. I mean, if you put that down there, put your lever up, foot comes up, then you turn it. But make sure your needle is in the fabric and it's on the outside of the curve before you move it. Right, you come down there like that, right to the bottom, and then I find if I have the needle on the middle of there, on that side, then when I turn it round and I go up the other side, it goes straight up the other side. You don't have to fiddle about with it, and then you just keep going on like that. So that's done now. I'm not going to do any more of that. I just want to show you a couple more things, and then we shall be finished.
Jolly good. Now, we have got cues on the phones again. Remember, you choose the fabric you want to work with. What we're giving you are the patterns and the knowledge and the know-how of Emma and Pam from Quilters Trading Post. So you're paying so little, but you're getting all the know-how and all the patterns to make these fantastic pattern blocks. So £11.99 gets you, it's 4 patterns really. You get the 3 blocks and you get the 1 border as a bonus, and that's new today. But we do have cues on our phones. And if you want to make characters, we've got the unicorn, we've got the horse, and we've got the cute dragon, of course, as well. They're all on the website too. But avoid the queues with Hochanda.com.
Now, a quick talk about what you can do with these blocks, because that's another thing. People don't always know what to do with them. We've made them into quilts. This one is one with the second set.
Oh, love it.
I've done that one. So you can put them all together. I've got 9 pieces in there, but that's one of each of the patterns in the second set. But you can do the same thing with all the sets.
So if you missed set 2 when they were here back in February, that's what they will look like, or what they could look like on that particular quilt there that you can see. So set 2 is in the show if you want it. And set 1 is also available in the show too. Is that one set 1 over there, or set 2 over there?
That's set 1.
That's set 1.
Yeah.
So that's set 2 you're looking at the moment, or you were. Set 1 is just hung up on the pillar just over
That's
there.
it.
We're making Joe with his cameras work there.
Yes.
Would you like to look at
Yeah.
So that's set number 1. They're all on the website as well. There's set 1 patterns. So £11.99 gets you those 3.
Yeah.
210749, and I think a lot of people will probably go for all 3 of the pattern sets just to complete the collection.
Yes, yeah, because it's a nice set, and you could make a whole quilt with one of each of them in.
Nice.
Make a big quilt, and you can also put plain blocks in between, or like I've done on there, patchwork ones.
Right.
There's all sorts of blocks you could put in them.
Now we've got set 3 on the screen. Set 2 is also available. So if you wanted all sets, you'd be looking at less than £40 for all 3 sets. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can only get, I mean, they're my designs, so you're not going to be able to get them anywhere else.
Okay,
so
right.
There you go.
So to remind you then of set 3, which is the brand new pattern. Here we go. Nearly a quarter of the stock has gone. Wow. In 15 minutes. So there's 2 shows with the ladies today, so we're hoping that the stock's going to last for both of the shows, but if it sells out in the meantime, we'll see if we can get any more stock. But £11.99, that one is your, was that the chrysanthemum, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah, chrysanthemum is that one. Then we've got the thistle, or the thistle even, there's your thistle. And then we've also, of course, got that one there, which is the...
Primrose.
Primrose. So primrose, chrysanthemum and thistle, plus you get the bonus border as well, which you're getting really as an extra thrown in for good measure. And that, as Pam was saying, would make a fantastic border around the quilt. If you're using these applique blocks for the main part of the quilt, that would make a fantastic border around the edge. But you can use them in all sorts of other ways as well, can't you?
Yeah, you do anything you like with them. I mean, you could put that border around the edge of a tablecloth, a white one. That'd look lovely. It's all sorts that you could make these into cushions. You can put them on bags, on the fronts of bags, all sorts of things. Table runners. Well, I've made a table runner with the other set, the first set.
Excellent.
All wall hanging. Righty-ho. So I'm going to show you something a bit different that you can do with them to make it easier for some people, because I know some people like to quilt their own quilts.
Okay.
Right, and so Quilt As You Go is a technique that quilters know about, but this technique is a little bit different. I do it a little bit different. So I've got these blocks here, as you can see, and they are bound exactly like you do a whole quilt. And I've got some plain ones that I've quilted,
right.
And then I thought you bind them round and then you stitch them together by hand, so you can sit and do those in front of the television, and you can make a whole quilt like that. I mean, you could put them all together so they... And then you'd want another patterned one there.
And these are all quite traditional patterns. I know they're coming from your own thoughts, but they're modelled on traditional.
I'll tell you what they're modelled on. Where I got them from, the inspiration was some original antique Ottoman embroideries.
Right.
But you have to turn them into patchwork, applique. So yeah, I've worked on them, but that's where the inspiration came from. They're not exactly the same.
No, they're lovely.
They're yeah, I loved the patterns and I thought they were gorgeous, but...
And you won't find them anywhere else, they're your own
no, you won't find them anywhere else, no.
Great.
Right, so that's one I did with the second set, and I put some gold on it, because these Ottoman ladies that did these embroideries, they did use gold thread. So you can do whatever you like with them.
So is that a fancy stitch then, from your sewing machine that you've used on you?
Oh yeah, you can do that too. You can put your fancy stitches on.
That's lovely.
I've done fancy stitches around there, that one. See?
Okay, yeah.
And on that one that you've got on the table, can you see the quilt that's on the table?
Yep.
You have a look around the top of that. It's got some stars around the top, little ones around the primrose.
Oh, there.
There.
Oh, here?
Yes.
In the green thread.
That's it.
When you choose your threads, that's all part of the creativity. Your fabrics and your threads, you can do all sorts of lovely things with them.
Excellent.
Now that quilt that you've got there, we quilted on our long arm quilting machine, and it's been quilted in gold thread. That's why that looks different. Some people like to have them quilted with us. It's not too expensive, is it? £33 to get that one done, and probably 73 for that one.
Right.
So yeah, you can have them done, but then again, a lot of people like to make it all their own work.
Absolutely.
So they'll do these. I've stippled round these, free motion, like people like to do, and I've just machined round those. Now I'm going to show you how to do the binding.
And the binding, is that's normally quite a tricky thing to achieve, isn't it? Or
So
to do?
they say, but not my way. It's
Not your way. Okay.
No.
This is going to be the easy way to do your binding.
This is the easy way.
This is a fantastic way of binding. It's something I do a lot, and I didn't know how to do it until Mum... Well, I didn't let her show me, I kind of watched her do it. I was like, wow, that's so
I suppose
clever.
I can use that purple thread, can't I? I usually put the right nice cream thread on, but I think you might see it easy with the purple. And I've got to put my 1/4-inch foot on.
Okay.
So I shan't be a minute.
I'll tell you what, while you're changing the feet, shall I go back to just remind you of everything that's on the show?
Yes,
and then we'll come back and we'll see the binding going on in just a second.
I can put the thread
So have a
on
look
as
at the
well.
website first of all. There's everything. And you can have a good old look there at exactly what's on the show today, including, of course, set 1 and set 2 of the applique patterns, which were in January and... Was it January and February or February and December last? January and February, we had set 1 and set 2, so they're still available. They're in the show on the website. But set 3 is what's new today, and you get the bonus border with that as well. So if you want all 3 sets to complete your collection, they're all available. But if you just want set 3 to complete it, that's what's new today. OK, now... here are the patterns that you're going to be getting. So that's that. Now nearly a third of the stock has gone on these. You get all 3 pattern blocks, and you also of course get that fantastic border pattern as well. So whether you're using different ones to make a quilt, whether you're using all the same, remember that has been designed to actually create a border around the quilt itself, but it can be used on cushions, can be used on bags, can be used on really anything that you want it to be. And it's all in there, all the patterns, and of course your real life size templates are in there as well. And again, Quilters Trading Post, Pam and Emma are quite fine with you making to sell, no problem at all. Obviously, don't sell the templates, but you can sell what you've made from them. £11.99, that's new today, and it's 154019. Very popular indeed, and there's 2 shows scheduled, but the stock is going fast. So that's the first thing. Then we have, also brand new today, the Log Cabin Harmony Quilt. I think that is my favourite that I've seen. I love these. I love the angular nature of it. And also the use of fabrics that Emma's chosen on this is absolutely lovely. And it's the one that's hung up just behind where we were sat a few minutes ago. So there's the Log Cabin Harmony Quilt.
Hello.
You're right now?
I'm fine now.
Cool, OK.
Yeah.
A bit of a frog in the throat.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So that is using 45-inch wide fabric.
Yeah. It is, yeah. There's quite a lot of fabric in this one. It's a big quilt, but it's a mixture of fabrics. So you can choose fabrics you've got in your own stash, or you can go out and have fun, go and get some lovely fabrics.
Yeah.
Buy yourself some new. But it's all 45 wide, the measurements we give you, because that's the standard in patchwork and quilting fabric.
And when it is made, the approximate finished size will be 64.5 by 92.5. But I suppose if you wanted to make it bigger, or could you make it bigger or smaller? Or is that what you could?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay. Now, we're having a little look at the quilt. Have a little look at it. There it is, actually hung up. It's in our studio. It's almost like the finale, the kind of grand finale of the of the quilting world, because it is absolutely spectacular. And what were those colours again that you used? Did you say?
They're Civil War fabrics.
Right.
Yeah, which is a very traditional type of fabric within patchwork and quilting.
Right.
And I love it.
Yeah, it's really lovely. Really striking quilt. And then we've got the in the cabin wall hanging, which is just here. Now, like you said before, this could easily be hung on the wall. It could be draped over a sofa. It could be to keep your legs nice and warm. It's still a bit chilly at night. You can use it in lots of ways.
You've got that log cabin block in there as well, made slightly different with a bigger middle and not got the lights and the darks, but it's still a lovely little block to use, and we'll be showing that in a few minutes, I think.
Okay, well, that's in the patterns as well.
Yep.
And then totally different is, of course, these cute little characters, the cutie, bear and bunny, and they are absolutely gorgeous. You've probably got fabrics in mind that you want to make these out of, but the pattern is the most important thing to make sure you get all the dimensions right. I love the floppy ears. They are so cute. Could you put a little bit of wire in them and make them stiff if you wanted to?
You could, of course you could, yeah, absolutely.
Cute. Reminds me of my flatmate's dog, actually. He's got bigger ears than his face. It's really quite cute.
I think that's the thing I like him most about, is the floppy ears. Yeah.
Well, nearly a quarter of the stock is gone. These are brand new today as well. Very busy for them. And you just use ordinary toy stuffing, or I suppose if you wanted to, you could put something a bit heavier in if you wanted to sit them as a doorstop.
You can, and it does say in the pattern about putting weights in the bottom.
Yep.
You can, it's optional. It's a possibility, yeah.
Again, everything you need in the pattern, and you can sell what you've made, no problem. As we're here, should we go down the counter and have a little look at some other characters? Our Sparkle Unicorn and Henry Horse. Now, last time I did a show with you two, it was, your mum said, you want me to make a unicorn pattern, don't you? That was a challenge, and she wasn't that keen.
She was not happy about the idea at all.
But she's done it.
I talked her into it on the way home that day.
Fantastic. And here it is. This is our Sparkle Unicorn. There is the finished fella. And unicorns are huge, absolutely massive everywhere at the moment.
So popular, yeah.
They've been featured in quite a few films lately, I think.
They
as well.
have, haven't they? Yeah,
And TV programmes. So there is the unicorn. But equally, if you want the unicorn not to be a unicorn, but to be a horse, same pattern, but just without the horn on the front, really, I suppose.
Basically, it's got a saddle, but yeah, it is the same pattern, really. And we thought, well, if we're doing a unicorn, why not pop a horse in there for anybody who doesn't want a unicorn?
So it's two patterns in there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Two patterns, great price, only $9.99. And you know what, if you do have a stand, whether it's a spring fair, summer fair, Christmas fair, whatever it is, and you're selling things, cuddly toys and things like that, these will fly.
Oh, I think so, yeah, definitely. They're just good fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And the pattern is only $9.99. Once you've got the pattern, you can make as many of them as you like. 212-008. Also, another firm favourite from previous shows has been Dexter. Now, he's available in pattern form only now, so if you've got fabric in mind for Dexter, he's going to look great. Here he is in two different colours to give you an idea of how he looks. He's great. And again, he could be a doorstop if you wanted him to be.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Very much so.
A great character for the family, a great character for the home. Maybe the cat and dog will have a little look at him and think, who's this? Well, very busy for this one. Dexter is going down well. No fabric included, it's purely the pattern, but that gives you a free rein then to do with them what you wish. And it could be also like a boy and a girl, couldn't it, really?
Oh, it could, yeah. Make a little pair, else they get lonely.
Yeah, absolutely. $9.99 for the pattern for Dexter Dragon, 872310. And then, of course, we've got set 1 and set 2 of the applique block patterns for you. And it's like a limited edition of 3 sets that are being produced. The third one is in the show today, brand new. If you missed out on set 1 or set 2, or you've got a favourite out of them, they are available right now. I'll hold these up for you. So set 1 is this one. Already a quarter of the stock has gone on set number 1, and I'm really glad you've put these on boards for us. It makes it so much easier to show you. So
yeah.
These are the patterns. That's the first one. Do you know these off the top of your head?
I can't see which one you've got. No, I've forgotten those ones. It's been a while now.
That's all right, don't worry.
Sorry.
That's fine. So this is set number 1.
I believe that's a daisy.
Okay. And we've got them actually just behind Emma.
And a tulip.
If you have a little look behind Emma, you'll see that those patterns, or 2 of those patterns are on there, and the other one is on the wall hanging. We can't really see it. That's the square one behind Emma, and then the wall hanging is the one with the tulip on it. So that's set number 1, okay? And then set number 2 is this one. which is up on the wall behind Pam.
Completely different colourway, but would look equally good in either. But
Absolutely.
yeah, so again, rose.
Rose?
Yeah. Something else flowery. Daisy. I'm not sure.
I like
it's been a while.
I like his style.
And something else that I can't remember the name of.
Now, this is approaching 40% of the stock gone on set number 2. They're just beautiful flowers. You're the same as me. Beautiful flowers at the end of the day. What they're called, I'm not sure. $11.99, you get all 3 of those, and that's on the quilt that's just behind Pam over there. So that shows you those. So that's set 1 and set 2. So we're looking at about £24 roughly for the 2 sets if you haven't got those, and another $11.99 if you want set 3, which is out today. And that comes with a bonus border, which you're not paying any more for. And then down the end here, we've got our sparkle unicorn quilt pattern as well. So this one, presumably, you've got the pattern to make the unicorn. No, not to make this.
No, he's just run off from somewhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just appeared.
But that's the unicorn over there.
That's the unicorn. That's
right.
the unicorn that goes over here.
So this is for the unicorn quilt. There we go, look. So if you love your unicorn, but you want it in a quilt form, here we go.
You've got 5 different unicorn applique patterns, and then obviously the pattern to make it into the quilt with the, oh, what's that called, Mum? I've gone. Brain, stopped. Completely. Chain block. Irish chain block.
Right.
Yeah, got it there.
$14.99 then, and you've got 3 patterns in there, okay? So if I just show you what they look like. There we go, look.
Yeah, there you go. It's all in there. Yeah. Where necessary, we've popped in colour to make it easier for you, but it's all, again, full size. It's the same sort of method as Mum uses for her applique, so if you've done her applique, you'll be fine with this. It's got all the hints and tips that you get normally with our applique patterns in it as well. And then, of course, as I said, the instructions to make it into the quilt with all diagrams for that as well.
And if you look at the colours that you've used here, great use of colour. You've got your pinks and your lavenders and your greens, so you can have great fun going out fabric shopping, trying to find colours for this. And it's just dreamy. Every little girl would love a unicorn duvet like this, or duvet, quilts like this, wouldn't they?
Again, like the Henry horse, if you wanted to make it a horse, you could, and I haven't said this in the pattern, but you could leave off the horn and then it's a horse. Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you would like to go for the pattern for this, if you fancy making that rather than maybe the cuddly toy, or you want to go for both, $14.99, and it's 920484 for the Sparkle Unicorn quilt pattern. Now, we have also got a pick and mix available as well, where you can choose any 3 of these button collections we've got for you in the show today for just £9.99. Now, if you are in the market for buttons and you can't find the right colour shade, for example, this is quite superb, because you've got, quite simply, I think there was, how many buttons is there in each one? I can't remember now. I did them the other day and I've forgotten. There's loads and loads and loads. I think you get a couple of hundred in each pack or thereabouts. And you can choose whichever combination you'd like. You could have 3 the same, 3 different. We've chosen Berrylicious, Blueberry Pie, Key Lime Pie. $9.99 for all 3 packs, and just choose which 3 you'd like. And there are some other pick and mixes as well on the website too, where you've actually got themed buttons. So things like dogs and cats and travel and things like that. Have a little look on the website for those. They're there, hochanda.com. Right, we're back. Oh, you've got to love a button, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like Pam.
I'm going to show you how to do a binding now. Now, this applies to all quilts that you bind. You cut around the edge of the quilt, obviously nice and straight, so that you know what you're doing. You get strips of fabric 2.5 inches wide, fold them in half. Yeah. You join them together, you take off the selvages and join them together and open the seam out before you fold it in half, so it's not lumpy.
Yeah, a lot of people fold them on the diagonal. We actually join them on the diagonal. We actually join them on the straight and open that seam out, and it doesn't really make a lot of difference.
I'm going to show you that. I've got.
You're going to show it?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show that as well. What you do is you start halfway down one side, and you leave a nice long tail. You need enough to go around the whole quilt, plus about probably that much extra. And you start halfway down one side. Well, with this one, I'm going to start near the end because it's only a small piece. If it was a bigger quilt, you could go further. You'll see why in a minute. It's when you join it. It makes it easier to join. So I shall start about there. Now I've got an ordinary foot width on here. I don't do 1/4 inch on a thinner quilt. On a thicker one you might need to. So it'd be according to how thick your quilt is, your wadding and all that sort of thing. But you soon find out when you turn it back. You can tell whether it's going to work.
I do a generous 1/4 inch when I'm doing mine.
Yeah, it's either the width of an ordinary foot or it's a generous 1/4. Now, when you come up to the corner, which is the thing that most people have a problem with, you want the same distance from there to there as from there to there. Right. So I put a pin in. I put a pin in about there. So I think that's about the right place. So I can see what I'm doing. Right. So you machine down to that point there. Mind your pin. Don't go sticking your needle in it. Take your pin out. Put your foot up on your machine and turn it. I didn't go quite far enough. I want one more stitch. You see, you can do that as well. One more stitch is fine. Turn it. Machine out to the corner. Take it out from under the machine.
That diagonal out to the corner is the thing. That's the really important thing, and it's so easy to do.
That's what makes the difference.
It really does, yeah.
I've seen other people do it like that, but this next part I haven't seen people do this, because usually when you do the uppy downy bit like that, you fold it up, take it out from under the machine, you fold it up, right, like that. The big thing is parallel. You need it parallel with the side, so it's a straight...
and you're pulling it against that diagonal seam you've just been in.
So it makes it easy to see what you're doing. You want that along the top there straight, and you want it down there straight, and that's it. Then you've basically done your corner. That's all there is to it. You just put it back under the machine. Don't worry about starting 1/4 inch down, because you don't need to. If you do that, you defeat the object of stitching out to the corner, because that stabilises it.
Yep, so you start right at the edge, right on the edge.
Right on the edge, yeah. Now, I'm not going to go right round there, because I'm going to show you joining on that piece, because it'd take too long to go around those pieces. I want to show you what the result of this is. When you stitch it up, when you stitch your binding, you hand stitch it, you turn it down like that, start about there, and then you shove your thumb into the corner that you've done, press it down, put a couple of stitches in there to hold it, flatten it out, fold it down, and look.
There it is.
It's a perfect mitered corner.
Can you see it?
Look at that.
You can't see it, can you?
Well,
that's it.
white
That's it.
on
Keep
white.
it that way. That's it.
Is that it? That's better. I know it's white on white, but you know, it is a lovely corner.
There it is.
No problem whatsoever.
There you go.
That's the easy way to do it.
That is the easy, and it's so quick. You just go around them all, and they all come out exactly the same.
Brilliant.
I've tried other methods, and the other methods where you stop at the corner and before the corner, and then fold it up and down, and don't stitch out and that sort of thing. They don't all come out the same.
Another thing to point out, if you've not bound before, they talk about bias binding a lot. This is not bias. If you're doing a straight edge, you don't need to cut it on the diagonal. Cut your fabric on the straight. You only need bias when you're going around curves, and very, very few times do we do that. So this is straight. Use less fabric. Much easier to do, and then your strips are not a stretchy yard, and you don't really want them very stretchy,
You don't want them stretchy, because if you pull them tight, when your quilt will go wonky.
Wonky, yeah.
It does. Right, so that's where I started, there to there, wasn't it? And I did a corner, went round all the corners, and then when you get to the end, you've got two tails. Right, so
a
what
nice
you
big
do,
gap.
now this is the easy bit, right? You fold it halfway down the gap, you put finger pressing on it, you finger press it there, you leave a little gap there. The smaller the quilt, the smaller the gap. If you've got a big quilt, you need a bit bigger gap, but not much.
Right.
If you don't do that, you'll soon find out why you should have done.
Yeah, no more than 1/4 inch, but for a small piece like this, an 1/8.
Yeah. You get a pleat. That's what happens.
Right.
In the edge, and then you cut it off to 1/4 inch. Or a bit more, depends. It doesn't matter, because this is why you leave the gap, so that you can fold it in half like that, and it makes it easier to bring those two pieces together.
I actually pin my quilt.
I am going to pin it.
Yeah.
I am going to pin it. We've got some pins, yeah.
You've got a pin there.
You definitely need to pin this, because it comes on, especially on a small piece like this. It's easier with a big piece, but with a small piece you need to pin it. Have I got another pin?
Have you? That's a very good question. that I'm going to solve.
We haven't got a pin shortage, have we?
No, it's all right.
I didn't bring Sewing Dolly Dawn. She stayed at home.
Sewing Dolly Dawn's run off.
Oh, I know. I should have bought her, shouldn't I? No, you put a pin in each end like that, put it back under the machine. I shall soon be finished this, and then we can show the log cabin.
Yeah.
Because Emma's doing that one.
And I'll also remind you of the daylight lamps that we've got in the show as well. If you're struggling with seeing true colour and maybe even just reading or sewing or quilting or whatever in poor light, we've got the answer for you.
I always use a daylight lamp, very similar to that at home in my sewing room, and I can't work without it.
No.
We've got bright lights in here, so it's not so bad, but at home, and I've got a very bright light in the middle of my room, but I still need it on there, so I can see...
You're normally working in your own shadow, aren't you? That's the trouble very often.
That's the trouble, yeah.
Especially when you're using the same colour thread as the fabric, which you do. When you're sewing, it's very hard to see it.
Right, so you press it open. I've pressed that seam open.
Yep.
Right, it's come undone a bit that at that end because I was in a rush and I didn't fix it up properly, but that's what. It doesn't matter anyway because you're going to fold that under, and then you just carry on stitching.
There we go. That's how easy it is to do your binding.
Yeah.
That is it. Yeah. Really simple.
And you can't tell the difference between that seam and any other seam you might have made. So, and I've got a little bit of a pleat there because I'm not stretching it out. That's why I say you need a gap, because you get a pleat. I didn't make a big enough gap.
I'll tell you what, let me remind you of the 3 or 4 patterns you're actually getting in the set 3 today, which is the brand new set to complete your collection of set 1, 2, 3. Nearly 40% has gone in the first hour, and it's not even quarter to 11 yet, only 22. So 40 minutes in, and a large percentage of the stock has gone. These are the new designs for set 3, including the thistle and including the chrysanthemum there as well. So those 3 are the patterns that you're getting. Plus, as a bonus, you're going to get the border as well, which can go round. If you're doing a quilt like what's in front of us here, that is the perfect decoration to go around the edge of the quilt. It kind of complements what's going on in the centre of it, so that's the reason that was in there. But you can use them on bags, you can use them on the back of a jacket, you can use them on whatever you want. Cushions.
Cushions are good. I'm so going to put it on the back of a jacket. I've been meaning to do that.
That would look lovely, wouldn't it?
Next month.
I'll tell you what I did with one of mine that I put onto it, made into a cushion. I left the bottom end open, bound around the bottom end, and put it over the back of a chair.
Oh,
so you can make a whole table set.
Nice.
Yes.
Actually, it looks really nice.
Absolutely lovely.
I can imagine. Yeah. Well, that's included as a bonus. You're not paying for that that border. That's in there as a thank you from Pam and Emma. So £11.99 new today. If you fancy doing those designs, there's the patterns for them at 154019. Now, also we've got our daylight lamps. Now, quickly showing you the one that is the most portable of all, and one of our best sellers is this one here, which is great. It's the yo-yo, because actually when you fold it down, it's the size of a yo-yo.
A big yo-yo.
Yeah, a big yo-yo.
No,
it takes some batteries. It takes 3 AAAs. That's all you need. It's got a magnifier as well, and it not only magnifies, but also, of course, it illuminates what you're working on, which is really handy. So if you're reading, if you're following instructions, following patterns, whatever it might be, it allows you to really kind of direct that light where you need it. So it shows you the power of the magnification as well. It's also a great light, not just for sewing or quilting, but also just general. If you have a power cut, if you're walking the dog, you don't want to take a big torch out or anything like that, it quite simply illuminates where you're walking, and also it sits and stays where you want it to. So if you fancy having a daylight lamp, this one is just $11.99, really portable, and it's hands-free as well. So if you're doing jewellery making or repairing something or doing a fiddly stitch, you can see what you're doing with the magnifying lens as well. So that's $11.99, and that's 987279. And we've also got the Uno. Now the Uno, I did a show, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And we were doing and talking about it, and the person I did the show with couldn't believe that the price of this was so low. It was Sue, actually, who was doing the show with me. This is the Uno lamp. It's a floor lamp, which is just by Emma. If I could just get you to touch the end, Emma, if you wouldn't mind, or Pam, thank you.
Oh.
There we go, look, it's touch sensitive.
Oh, look, and it comes brighter when you touch it. Mine does that at home.
Yeah, you've got 4 levels of light.
Yes.
But what a brilliant light. And look at the way it's illuminating where Pam's working.
That's really nice, isn't it?
I love mine.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, and it's also attractive. And for the price, it's only £18 today on FlexiBuy if you want to try this out. And you can even use it as an uplighter. If you're a Freedom member, it's just £18 delivered today, and then £18 in 4 weeks' time. But yeah, you can pick it out to maybe highlight a plant that you've maybe got in the home as well when you're not using it for close-up work. But you can actually angle it right down low, so if you're doing something on your lap, you can have the light right down where you're working.
You know what I like about it? I tend to stand up and hit my head on anything that's nearby.
Right.
That wouldn't hurt.
No, it wouldn't.
Ah, see, there you go.
But it actually virtually disappears. It's very discreet.
Yeah.
And something that looks as sleek as that, I always thought would have been an absolute fortune, but no, £36. $35.99 is your freedom price, £18 delivered. Now, the features of Daylight, if you have never used one before, you heard Pam kind of really you know, gush about how brilliant her lights are, and she wouldn't work without them. All of these facts and figures basically are there for you. It means that you can see true colours as they should be. You're less likely to make a mistake with colours if you're painting or colouring in with pens or selecting threads. Clarity, you can see the finest detail, and it's also high contrast lighting as well. So it makes it really fantastic if you're reading, maybe you're reading small print or whatever. And it's just quality. As soon as you own one, you'll never look back. So we have that available if you would like it on 2 flexi-buy payments of just £18 if you are a Freedom member. Right. Now, the log cabin is what we're moving on to. Now, the log cabin quilt, remember, is over that side of the studio, and this is the pattern that you're going to be getting. It is a labour of love in that it will take you a bit of time to do. Emma was saying it will take her a week of virtually non-stop work to do it. So, and she's pretty quick, evidently. So it will probably take you and me and everybody else a little bit longer than that. But look at what you've got at the end of it. Beautiful pattern, really traditional, very angular. You've got the piano keys around the edge as well, which give it a lot of character too. So that's going to be our next demo. That's one of the patterns in here, and it may well be that you want to do something a bit smaller to start off with. Then we've got the in the cabin wall hanging, which is this one, and you've again got the cabin blocks just here, so it's the same sort of technique here that's used on the wall hanging with that lovely floral in the middle. So that's the second pattern. And then the third one, totally different, is your cutie bear and bunny patterns. So there's the bear, there's the bunny, both patterns included, all of them £19.99 for the set of 3 patterns. 469,505. Nearly a third of the stock has gone on that. So something that's a real kind of project, then something a little bit more easily finishable, and then of course something that's a bit quirky and fun and cute for the kids. Or maybe you just love collecting and making bears. Choose the fabric you want to make the bear out of. Just enjoy it. 469,505 is your item number there for those. Now, the other items we got for you in the show, including, of course, the unicorns. Let's remind you of the unicorns and the other applique patterns as well. So here we've got set number 1. Nearly a third of the stock has gone at £11.99, and these have been on before. So if you missed them in January, here they are, still available. But this is the this is kind of the last call for the patterns, of course, because this is the third and final set that we're launching today. 210749 is the set 1. If you want a set 2, this is very, very popular with nearly half the stock gone, and that's 914883 if you want all of these patterns. So 3 patterns again, making up set 2. And then finally, the new set today that's been launched, set number 3, is available as well. And that has got, of course, the bonus border as well for £11.99, and you get the other 3 patterns. That's 154019. And then the unicorn and Henry horse pattern. Very busy for these as well, really cute. And if you don't want the unicorn, you could have just, of course, made as many horses as you fancy for just £9.99, and you can make sell what you make, basically. Provided you don't duplicate the patterns, you can actually sell what you make from them. So there's unicorn and Henry horse. They're both cute, aren't they?
They are. You can have a whole paddock full of horses and unicorns.
Yeah, you would. And also, if you want toy stuffing, that's on the website as well. We do sell that. So just have a little look at Hochanda.com and it all should be there. Right, now we're going to move on to my favourite. I love that.
Well, kind of. We're going to do the log cabin block, but I'm going to do the one from the little one.
Right.
Which is almost similar. It's the same sort of block. It's just got a slightly bigger middle. So you're going to get your pattern out. I'll just quickly run through the pattern. I've actually split this into, I think, 3 parts. So the first part is the applique block in the middle, which you saw. So again, it's the similar or same technique as Mum does. So we won't go through that again today because you've seen that. But then we come into the log cabin blocks, and this is what you need. It's a charm pack pattern, actually. So I've got my charm pack here, and I'm going to take it apart. You will have already taken out a few charm squares for your applique, and then you're going to cut all your strips from what you've got left. And I'm just going to choose 6 pieces of fabric randomly, quickly.
It's a marvellous thing to do with a charm pack.
Yeah.
Because you can make that whole
There we go.
Well, check our website for charm packs. I'm pretty sure we've got some.
I bet you have, yeah.
Sure you have.
Now the reason I picked 6 is I find that 6 pieces of fabric is the thickness of fabric to cut that's the easiest. If you go 7, it's just a little bit too thick, and 5, well, I can always do 6, so why not do 6? Ah, there it is. Right, so I've layered them up so that I can cut them accurately, and I'm just going to cut what I need. So I know that I need 1.5 inch strips, 1.25 inch strips, so I'm going to cut those. Now, I'm left-handed, so you're actually probably going to see this better, because you'll see it the way it should go. With a rotary cutter, you always, if you can, sometimes there are differences, but you try and cut with the fabric that you want underneath the ruler, and if you can cut it with the ruler, if it's small enough to cut with the ruler, then you use a ruler. You don't use the markings on the mat unless you have to.
Right.
So right now I can use my ruler. So 1.25. You always cut away from yourself, and you cut them vertically. Don't cut them horizontally. I've done that. I ended up with a blade in my finger. Yeah.
Not ideal.
No, not ideal. If you can stand up, that is the most ideal way of doing it, but I don't want to mess everything up today, so I am doing it sitting. If you can't stand up, if you're a sitting person, that's fine, but it is safer standing up.
It messes up your fabric if you cut your fingers.
It really does make a mess. Yeah.
Doesn't wash out that easily.
No. Okay. So we need a 5-inch strip, so I've got a 5-inch strip. We need a 4.25 inch strip, so I'm going to do a different colour. There we go.
It's the same technique for that quilt, for the big one. You make them the same.
2, 3, 4.25.
You just make a lot of them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's dark. Where'd everything go?
See the difference Luno light makes, you see.
Oh, aye. It's great, isn't it? I'm trying to find different. There we go. There's a different colour strip. Just cut these really quickly.
Have you got a middle?
I haven't done the middle yet, which probably would have been a good idea. In fact, I'll cut one more and then I'm going to cut the middle and we'll start on the other way. But so 3.5, 3.5. And I make sure I line up both ways, vertical and horizontal, when I'm cutting, so I get it